We are high atop the Dameron deck at Memorial Stadium on Panorama and University. The parking lot is packed with tailgaters. And this is a fun, festive first Saturday night, autumn 2018. As we open our intro for the Bakersfield, California pregame show, His Eminence strolls up the stairway. And in no shorter than less than a year, John Metis has become already iconic in the community, covers the college beat. He'll be in the next segment. Right now it's Kenny and I. Kenny, by the way, I wasn't informed that it was casual Saturday. I'm dressed up because of our halftime guest, maybe two guests. Well, you dressed down.
Well, I had the tie on for the 2-game winning streak, and then we blow it, so the knot comes off. If you know me, you know I'm superstitious. I said if it doesn't go right today, I might not shave again until we win.
I'm just a little stitious. So, Kenny, 7 afternoons ago, because we kicked off at 2 o'clock last week down in Huntington Beach. How about that setting? We're up along the top rung of the stands, the wind coming off the ocean right at our back, swaying palm trees, beautiful playing surface, a growing community college. And the Renegades, with all of that great setting, just didn't seem to capitalize on the win and on those opportunities, and it picked up a tough loss on the road at Golden West.
Yeah, I think one of the things that have bothered us is our inconsistency in the red zone. We've been hot and cold. I think today is a great opportunity for us to find an identity, because if we go into the bye next week, which will be off next week, 2-3, and losing to a 1-3 team, you got a whole locker room full of guys that are going to be questioning who they are, let alone the football team as a whole. So it's definitely an important game. 3-2 is definitely much better than 2-3, but I feel like this is a team that should be 4-0 right now. Do you agree or not?
With that opportunity, you're giving it back to me. I'm going to pull you back into my original question. What happened last week in Golden West? I mean, if you were to think about the opportunities that we had and some of a penalty that hurt us, we had a touchdown call back.
Definitely.
Are we still aching from that, or is it time to rock and roll tonight?
Well, it's definitely going to be an emotional memory for us, being that we were inside the red zone, inside the 5-yard line, 1st and goal twice, and come out of there with field goals and end up with 9 points through the first 3 quarters. And you can't win football games like that, especially playing down south. No matter how good or average those teams are at times, they're always going to get up to play us, and that's what happened last week. We let a team that really even the coach said at the end of the game when he was talking to Metis, hey, you guys were a much better football team. We just took advantage of our opportunities, and that's what happened. We didn't take advantage of our opportunities.
What also played out late in that game was, for the moment that we were all cocooned in there, somewhat of a dramatic moment. Starting
Very
quarterback
dramatic.
goes down, and then we get a young gentleman who, in the next segment, you're going to be interviewing John Metis. I'm sure you're going to talk about this quarterback story. If there's ever stories in football on a team, the first place to look is behind center. We have a story now, and this is going to be very interesting for a young man who hasn't been with us for more than a week or so, is now in Memorial Stadium on the first autumnal football game, of 2018.
Well, last week was an opportunity for him to have a dream career, a dream game. You come in the 4th quarter after the starter goes out. You just got off the plane. You don't even know the full playbook, and you end up with an interception.
But a long reception as well.
Yeah. Had some negatives, but then came back, had some positives, hit some good throws across the middle to move the chains a couple times. But he was just thrown into the wolves, being that it's 45 seconds left in the game where you got to run hurry-up offense. Jacob Burby we're talking about after Medina went down. But now here's an opportunity where you got a guy who's been the guy before. He's coming in with a full week of practice. Let's see what kind of mentality he has from the gate and see how aggressive coaches are as well, because if you remember, Vance, the first 3 plays he came in were all passes last week. So now we'll see what does Coach Dean do with a full game plan and game package.
All those great running backs. In a moment, the Medicine Man will join you, and you guys can talk about this Orange Coast College team. I'd also like to hear what John has to say about the quarterback article that he wrote about. And then before we go to kickoff, I want to talk to you about the great work you're doing in our community, and we'll get to that in the last segment before we get into kickoff time. Orange Coast College here tonight at Memorial Stadium. It's going to be a beautiful evening, a stellar evening up here at Memorial Stadium. Hope to have you all night long with us for our radio partner, News Talk 1180 KERN. Good to have you here tonight. For you watching Bakersfield.com, good for you. It's going to be a fun one. For Kenny, I'm Vance. When we come back, KC and the Medicine Man.
Ooh, sounds like
While
a
your
band.
financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing
Current
matters.
Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Current Schools Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back to the Bakersfield, California pregame, and it is Kenny Calvin along with John Metis. How you doing, sir?
Thanks for having me, Kenny. This is a real treat. You and I together. It's always me and Vance. Not that I don't love Vance, but hey, we're kind of doing a mobile version of the Renegade Report. Switching it from Thursday to Saturday for this pregame show. So glad to be here.
Well, you know, we see each other throughout the studio during the week. We get to pass ideas back and forth. You know, we kind of double as guys that are trying to squeeze information out of coaches throughout the week. So let's talk about some of the information you got from Coach Chudy in regards to last week first coming off the loss to Golden West.
Well, you know, that loss to Golden West, Coach Chudy, his main message was missed opportunities. You know, he looked at that. There was a snap over the punter's head that was just sitting in the end zone. He was like, we had two guys that were supposed to rush the punter on that play, and they both brain farted, and nobody was there. He had time to pick it up, kick it. You know, the offense had opportunities. There was the 20-yard touchdown run by Elijah Ortiz that was called back. There were red zone trips before that they had to settle for field goals on, and we all know field goals don't win games. So
especially in L.A.
Yeah, especially in L.A. So that was a game that they probably should have won and should have been. You're never happy to lose, but that was a game that they were probably the better team, and they just didn't come out with a victory in that one.
Well, Metis, I'll say this because we can say that about every game this season, right? I honestly feel that every week we had an opportunity to seal a game and be 4-0 at this point. But the past is the past, and let's move forward. As Coach Chudy said, focus on getting better. What's frustrating is last week we didn't get better. 2 weeks prior, we converted every red zone opportunity, right? And then we go out to Golden West and we struggle in the red zone, coming away with 9 points out of opportunities that could have been 21 points, right?
Yeah, you know, that's kind of been, I think the offense really has been working on chemistry, executing. Talked to running back Elijah Ortiz after the game, and he was really unhappy with just kind of the mental focus. He felt like, you know, he was visibly frustrated on the last few series, and he said, you know, I shouldn't portray that to the rest of the teammates. That's a bad message as a leader, so that's on me. But he was also saying that, you know, I felt like mentally we weren't all on exactly the same page at the same time, so that's why the execution was off. And wide receiver Cameron Roberson said he went back, watched the tape with the guys, and he said there were 13 or 14 plays he counted that either could have been touchdowns or could have led directly to touchdowns, so basically gone within inside the 5-yard line. That they had the opportunities were there, something was open, whether it be a pass, a block, you know, something like that, but they just, one of the 11 guys,
mistakes,
didn't do what he had to do, and that was the difference in the game, really.
You know, it's something about going down and playing in the beautiful weather for the first time of the year. It was probably our best weather all season. You know, you got kids that may have went up early and stayed with family members.
And it was a 2 p.m. game.
2 p.m. game, our first 2 p.m. kickoff. So definitely a lot of factors that can factor into why we played that way. But nonetheless, no excuses. 1 game left before the bye week. We're a team that, you know, we made a bowl game last year based on how our season was the first half of the season. Now we're going into a year where we haven't played that great in the first half of the season. We got to wonder how we're going to finish and seeing if we can get that consistency in the red zone.
Well, this game's going to be important in the sense that Jacob Irby, the new freshman, is probably going to start this one. And
I think so.
it's going to be an opportunity where he's going to be pressured. Orange Coast likes to run cover one. They like to blitz a lot, so they're going to bring pressure on him. And maybe, as they should, they're going to focus on the run. They're going to focus on Elijah Ortiz. They're going to focus on Shane Jones. And so they're probably going to try to make Jacob Irby beat you, or whoever's at quarterback.
Absolutely. That's what I would do. I bring the house, lock up
Yeah.
guys, and challenge them to make throws down the field,
And-
which we haven't done.
Exactly. And as you mentioned, he was kind of thrown in. I don't really put too much stock in last week because you got a kid that's coming off just a
Absolutely.
couple weeks of practice, thrown in the fourth quarter, trying to run a no-huddle offense.
Yeah, you can't blame that
And
on him.
my biggest takeaway, honestly, was his second throw where he saw a linebacker coming up on him, stepped into the throw, made the throw, drew the roughing the passer call.
Yes.
So he's going to hang in there. He's a big kid. He's got a strong arm. He's going to take hits. He's going to move around in the pocket. So today is a game where he's really going to have a feeling out period with the wide receivers, with the defense, and see what they've done in this week of practice, see if they can put it together in a game and see how he does for a full game potentially. If not, maybe we see Jeffrey Middleton too.
Well, yeah, and this is opportunity for guys to step up, next man up mentality. I was talking to Vance to try to figure out if he heard something on his way up, whether Medina would even be active today, but we didn't even really get much out of that. But really, this is an opportunity for Coach Carl Dean to make the system easier for Irby as well. And I love Coach Dean in the way he calls the game. Sometimes we expect different things from a broadcast perspective, but coaches have to call what works and what they know will work from what they saw all week. We can expect them to drop back and pass 5 out of 6 times, but if we can't protect, we can't do that. And if a guy like Irby can't audible because he doesn't know the terminology in the system yet, we can't really check out of things to get him in a position to make safer throws. So, it's definitely going to be interesting. I'm excited for us for the fact that we have pressure on us to perform, and pressure busts pipes will make diamonds. So, anything else you want to highlight before we get into kickoff?
Well, I would just say Josh Medina is definitely not going to play today. He told me yesterday he wasn't going to play, and I saw him on the field before the game, and he wasn't dressed. So
Wow.
you're going to have Jacob Irby, Jeffrey Middleton, and Moran potentially. So.
Okay. Well, I will say this before we go to break. Great opportunity for us to figure out how to get some downfield passing done, because halfway through the season, I want to say we're averaging maybe 60 yards per game passing.
I think it's about 104 per game or something like that, which
Gotcha.
is 65th in the state out of 68 teams.
Yeah. So I knew it was on the lower end.
Yeah.
I saw some numbers where I may be looking at some individual game averages, but we just got to do a better job passing downfield. But it all starts up front. Hopefully the offensive line getting better. I know there's been some holes there, right?
Yeah, that's a big factor there. They've had some guys that look to be starters prior to the season that got hurt, and you just got to make do with what you have. You hope guys are progressing at this point in the season. This is a big game going into the bye week where you want to be able to fix these things and really kind of turn the page for the latter half of the season for conference play after the bye week.
Gotcha. Well, hey, it's Kenny Calvin in the medicine, man. I appreciate you, John.
Thanks for having
the
me,
name's
Kenny.
going to stick now, man. I'm going to get you a T-shirt made and everything with a VP signature right on the bottom of it. This is Kenny Calvin. We'll be right back after the break with kickoff and Vance Palm.
For years, Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide? More than any big national bank can offer. Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's Three-Way Chevrolet's first all-GM benefit car show. Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown
Think
dealership.
about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Validtix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
While your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide, more than any big national bank can offer. Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's Three-Way Chevrolet's first all-GM benefit car show. Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet. Your
financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account. As you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm here, high atop the Dameron deck at Memorial Stadium. It's one of those evenings where you feel like you're at a family barbecue, but you just happen to have the best view in the city, overlooking the entire city. And I continue to see very talented, creative, really productive people keep coming up the stairs with food and walking right by me. It's as I wax eloquence about this great group of people I work with, everyone walks by with hot dogs, chips, soda, you know, what's that? Oh, let's turn this cat up.
Well, I was just telling Vance I brought dinner tonight because I didn't want to come up here with a personal meal.
Well, you went casual Saturday and a pizza. You have changed your entire vibe, and that's because tough loss last Saturday, Golden West, going through a week of transition, bringing in a new quarterback from out of state, hasn't been with us even a fortnight, and here he is, stepping on a stage this evening, and it's going to be a fun football game because the Renegades, as you said, need to make some type of a statement that points towards an identity. I know coaches hate hearing that, but then they're also the first ones to say, you know, it took us a while to find our identity, and so it's a word that gets kind of tossed around, but ultimately when it becomes an altruism, and it could be tonight, we find out, okay, Here's who the Renegades are going into a 2-week break and getting ready for this gauntlet of a league season. Let's bring back my partner, Kenny Calvin.
Well, I just had a chance to meet with Coach Paul, Coach O'Brien, and Coach Ballard and Coach Dean downstairs, and what they said to me is that, well, hey, it was a great week of practice. Guys weren't walking around with bad body language. Their heads weren't down.
That's nice.
You know, and really just excited for a new guy to come in here and prove to the world that, hey, I can play. I know things didn't work out how we wanted to when I went on the field being Irby, but we had a great week of practice, great week of preparation. We're looking forward to getting excited about going into the bye over 500.
When we return, we will experience the beauty of Memorial Stadium along with the national anthem and then kickoff against OCC. Back right after this on News Talk 1180 KERN and Bakersfield.com.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Validtix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea, or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's
Hard to
talk.
think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Freeway Chevrolet's first all GM benefit car show, Saturday, October 6th.
All right, everybody. The Renegades are entering Memorial Stadium. The home red jerseys, white bottoms. From this distance, they look like the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I bring in my partner, Kenny Calvin, Trevor Horn, our good friend from the Bakersfield, Californian, having a chat with him. Good to see T. Horn. I was noticing that in the social world, he's having quite the barbecue today. But Kenny, what's in his hands? Nothing. Nothing. That's the theme tonight. Everybody walks by me, McDonald's, everything. And finally, my partner comes through. So, Trevor, you got the talking part down with the barbecue.
Well, hey, he has his Pearl Jam. He has his Pearl Jam shirt on, so he gets away with what he wants to, man. It's one of my favorite groups of all time.
We love us some T-Horn and hashtag BetterHorn. Okay, here comes OCC onto the field. They probably have a feeling they're walking into an experimental hospitality because the Renegades, if you were a part of our pregame show, heard that we were talking, you know, a little bit of aggravation, a little bit of tenseness, a little bit of wanting to kind of put the pieces together pretty quickly tonight, and it'll be an interesting football game. For those of you just getting with us, for kickoff on News Talk 1180 KERN, our great radio sponsor, partner, corporate partner, and of course on Bakersfield.com. The crew is set. Big family up here. I'll do my introductions later. Right now they're feverishly making sure that we sound good and Kenny looks good. Tonight, let's listen in to Carl, our announcer.
Thank you for the fine work you do for all of us. Today, representing the first responders, Tyler Hartley, representing the Bakersfield Fire Department, and Officer Jesse Gomez from the Bakersfield Police Department. And I understand that Jesse will be the one to flip the coin, and it's in the air.
So a special night for first responders, and one of the individuals doing the coin toss is going to be our halftime guest, Tyler Hartley. Looking forward to that great interview with Tyler. Christian, let me slide by you here. Thank you.
VP, I had Mr. Hartley, retired deputy chief of the fire department on the Renegade Report this week. That was a great segment. You know, our community edition of the Renegade Report.
Let's listen in to our beautiful national anthem presented by the Boys and Girls Club. Outstanding. Boom is right. It is time to get this first autumnal Saturday BC football game going tonight. If you're just popping in, right now at kickoff, I'm Vance Palm. I've got my partner, Kenny Calvin. We thank John Metis, the medicine man, and we love all his nuggets that you're able to glean from him. But now it's football time. Kenny, what do you expect from OCC?
Well, I expect a lot of heavy run. They're averaging about 180 yards per game on the ground. They're also averaging about 25 points per game, which means that even though they're 1-3, we better not take them lightly. For us, I want to see the challenge of the offense to take some pressure off the defense. Defense has been doing a pretty consistent job of keeping teams from getting into the end zone, but they've been on the field extremely long. So it's going to be an interesting chess match to see if OCC's ball control style of offense and our running offense without the ability to really stretch the ball down the field. And with Jacob Irby, maybe he's going to change that.
Ball's up, and we've started. Oh, taken deep in the end zone, stumbles for a second. Risky play, runs into his own man, and tough place to start for Orange Coast. They are in full white, all white, blue helmets.
And that's a great kick by Arvin to kick it all the way into the corner. The returner should have stayed inside, getting that 1 yard deep, but he actually tried to go from west to east and ended up making it to the 11-yard line. Thank you very much.
1st and 10.
Renegades in a single high safety look as Orange Coast College comes out in the trips open set. Shotgun doing a little check with me, Vince.
I had a very surreal moment. They said Pete Mitchell, number 10 quarterback, not that Pete Mitchell from BHS, in the all white and blue helmets, and the first play from the line of scrimmage took too long to call. And now they're going to have a 1st and 15 deep in their own territory at the 6-yard line. So the coaching staff not pleased with that inauspicious start.
Yeah, we're going back with that 40 even front with the single high safety. Look like we're more in a dime coverage, maybe a nickel.
Stretched out on the left side of scrimmage in the offensive side. They look to throw. Mitchell does throw. Ball batted down by the big fella, and that was almost a pick-6 walk-in by Ruben Cruz. He almost caught a super fastball in the air and walked in with it. Wouldn't that have been a big cannon shot to start this game? We are just underway, and right now Orange Coast is in trouble. 2nd and 15 from the 6-yard line, and the Renegades have already touched the football.
Ruben Cruz playing that middle linebacker position. Was spying the back, and when that back didn't release, was right in that passing lane.
Pete Mitchell can feel the heat, so they hand it off. Some nice blocking to the 15, to the 20. He's outside. He'll pick up the first down to the 30, and he is shoved out of bounds, and that is Ahmad Lewis out of Bellarmine Prep, Washington. Some great midfield blocking, and off he goes. 1st and 10. They move the sticks from deep in their own territory to a beautiful spot at the 35.
Yeah, and they go that read option play out of the shotgun, and if you watched this last week, all day long, the running back showed opposite and broke it back. Exactly what he did that time.
So just under 30 on that. 1st and 10. Some couple of receivers out to the far right side. They stay on the ground with it again. See if Ahmad has the golden feet this evening. He's a freshman, 5'11", 200 pounds. Went to Tacoma High School. Washingtonian. This is summer weather for them. This is like the hottest. This is like the middle of July that we're experiencing for Tacoman.
Well, what they're doing on that trips open set, they got their H-back tight, and he's pulling a cross trap block to get that defensive end.
3 receivers to the far right side of the line of scrimmage. Play action, stands in the pocket, now comes out. Mitchell tosses, takes a hit. Do they give it to him? No, they don't. They say he was just out of bounds. Nice defense out there by Sean Stevens, but it was intended out there for Giancarlo Mongi, and the modern-day Prep player almost had a great catch on the sidelines, but he didn't. 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Stephen Marks did a great job from the outside linebacker, strong safety position, getting underneath that throw, making it a little high.
Okay, 3rd and 7 at their own 38. They're right below us on the near hash. Renegades look like they're bringing a bunch, and they do. They come at him, but Mitchell able to make the connection. It was caught, and waiting for him for a huge hit was Abdul Richards, but all he did was pinball him 4 yards forward for a sure 1st down. It was a big hit, but he pinged off it and went 1st down.
Yeah, Troy Conway ran a slow drag. Great job waiting for him to clear the linebacker. Abdul Richards with the tackle, but didn't wrap up. 1st and 10.
I think he believed he was going to lay such a wall up on him that he would go down. He did, but heading south, 1st down. Ball at their own 48-yard line. Pete Mitchell sends in motion Tim Brown. No, not that Tim Brown. But that Tim Brown does take the pitch. Couple of tough hits, and the forward progress will get him a tough 5 yards. Took a couple big pops out there.
Yeah, for the 2nd straight play, Abdul Richards goes up to smack a guy but doesn't wrap up and gets pinballed again.
And then Arshawn Willis had to come in and make sure that it was finished.
And what they did on that play, they weren't a double set, and they went motion from the slot guy and ran option with him. Great design.
2nd and 6. Mitchell has one back on his right hip. 2 receivers split out wide. They stay on the ground. They give it to the speedy, talented Ahmad Lewis, who has already done some pretty significant work to get him in a good spot here.
Yeah, and right away you see a lot of pulling by their offensive line
right.
and their end guys as well. They're doing a great job moving the crowd, but here's an important 3rd down, 3rd and about 4.
For those listening in on radio, their uniforms look like basically an all-white BHS uni with a blue hat on. Renegades, red tops, white bottoms. 3rd and 4 from their own 46. OC. They stay on the ground, nothing doing. They swallow up Ahmad Lewis. Surprising call by the coaching staff of Orange Coast, only because I say we've seen some things going downfield, nothing play action about it. It was just, we're going to try to run over you, and that did not work.
Yeah, and if you're looking at their numbers before the game, that's all they do. They basically heavy run team. They're going to let you know what they're going to do. Their offensive line looks pretty big as well.
But I think our defensive guys will say, all right.
Line it up. Great job by the defensive line getting penetration.
Who's back there for us?
Cam Roberson, deep to receive for the Renegades.
So Cam Roberson takes a look at a wobbler, just waves everybody off, doesn't say fair catch, just waves his guys off. 1st and 10 for the Renegades on 21-yard line, it looks like. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Kenny Calvin with us. I'll do some introductions of our super team a little bit later on tonight.
Beautiful day today.
Oh, man. Kenny, people that come into this part of the world at this time on the calendar, it's like, wow, this is, because it blends in with our very hospitable spirit here, our, strong bond to local sports, and it's been a fun start to autumn with high school football last night, volleyball, college volleyball, now college football tonight. 1st and 10, we get a chance to see the Renegades, and it's a run play, and Ortiz the first to carry. And we eased in Jacob Irby to that introduction by talking about the beautiful weather and all of that, but he didn't slip in without us knowing and talking about him as we did in the pregame. I appreciate you and the medicine man. Jacob Irby out of Concord, North Carolina, went to Concord High School, has a very potent arm. Stands at his, sorry, bud. Go for it.
No, double tight set, and they go read again for a 1-yard gain.
Ortiz running into some trouble with those front 4 or 5 guys from Orange Coast, and it's a quick 3rd and 8.
Yeah, and coaches right away are trying to make it easier on Irby. 2 straight run plays. And now let's see if out of this spread set, he gets a chance to put it up for the first time in front of the home crowd.
Irby wearing the all-black high-top Johnny Unitas shoes. Hard count, nobody jumps. He looks back over to the sidelines, and this has probably been a dialogue that's been going through his head all week long, 24 hours a day. What if they say this? What if they do this? I need to know this. So here it is with 4 on the play clock. He takes the snap, drops straight back between the hash marks, lets one fly down the far side, and it is caught at the 46-yard line. Could have been a personal foul as well, but a beautiful arc, a tight spin, and it lands up in the hands of 83, LeBravon Austin out of Garces Memorial High School. That was a beautiful pass.
Beautiful pass. Austin in the slot runs the corner route. But what you like about the ball, Irby put enough air on it to allow him to run up under it. Great opportunity, and I feel fantastic for the young man making his first throw in front of his home crowd.
His first toss at Memorial Stadium is a 33-yarder. Now it's 1st and 10. He comes over here to the near side with a quick pass to Ortiz, and it was incomplete. Trying to stretch it out right here below us, heading to the announcer's area.
Yeah, when they go to quick swing route to Ortiz, and he's going to be frustrated with himself. If he would have caught that, he had a few yards and some blockers in front of him. But he was looking before he caught it.
Brings up a 2nd and 10. Ball's on the far hash, by the way, up against the Renegades sideline. The Renegades heading towards the horseshoe with the American flag and the BC logo.
Shotgun twins right set. Irby doing check with me.
9:03 remains in this first quarter. No score yet. Irby, a stretched out play right below us, and it is another strong run by Ortiz. So EO gets to the 37-yard line, brings up now a more workable but yet just as interesting 3rd and 4, Kenny.
Yeah, and that was a great job blocking by the tight end as he got around the edge.
Hey, look at this. Isaiah Martin in the backfield alongside Elijah Ortiz. So you have a Garces Memorial Ram and a Stockdale Mustang back there on each hip of our new quarterback from North Carolina. He drops back, takes a look in the pocket, says, okay, I can get away here. Oh, and just goes down. Had it been maybe one more step, he might have been able to kick it over to, or pitch it over to Isaiah Martin, have him take off, but he went down. That brings up 4th and 4, and we're going to see the punt team.
Yeah, and really what that was a coverage sack. Great job by the secondary of Orange Coast College, locking everybody up, and Irby tried to step into the pocket and then collapsed on him. 4th and 9, and we got the best punter in the world, Carson Olivas. Only has 2 touchbacks on the year.
Saw a couple of beauties last week at Golden West. Carson puts one up, angles for the corner, but it does not. It stays in, and the wind is starting to come in. You saw it on our national anthem, and for the wind to actually blow in the northeast section of the horseshoe, it actually has to really be howling. Even with a good, strong breeze, it won't move, but it's starting to flow a little bit now. So that ball just took off from his foot, and off it went.
Yeah, and right away you could see him like, gosh, dog
Yeah. He let out a gosh dog it.
1st and 10.
Our spotter, Coop, is spending a lot of time trying to figure out in his binoculars where the barbecue is. He's not really spotting our players right now. I'll get with Coop.
He may be spotting us some tri-tip.
Well, that's why I'm waiting to get on him. 1st and 10. Orange Coast College. Pete Mitchell. Oh, fumble! Paws on the ground. A little shovel pass to Tim Brown right in front of the Renegades, and I see a bunch of hopping, happy Renegades, and...
Yeah, and it was that quick shovel, man. It's good eye.
Oh, wow. They thought they had it. Everybody did. But quick whistles. He's talking to the lineman from BC saying, it was close, fellas. It was close. But the ball is right between the hash marks at the 20-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Incomplete pass after the shovel forward. And they're motioning their slot guy into more of an option type play. Very tricky.
2nd and 10, 7:45 to go in this first quarter. Mitchell drops back, rolls to his right a little bit, has a great target, and connects for a first down to the 39-yard line, and it's Tim Brown, wide receiver out of Fort Worth High School in Kennendale, Texas. Nice play. They move the sticks up to the 39-yard line.
Well, one thing about having a good, consistent running game gives you opportunity to go play action, and they do that right away, slipping that crossing route behind the linebackers.
Ball's on the far hash, 39-yard line up against the Bakersfield College sideline. Cheerleaders for the Renegades. About 100 feet away to the right. And now Orange Coast trying to get into that end zone. It's up against the scoreboard.
Yeah, and their ball control offense, they're going to take their time.
Ball's batted. Mitchell tried to connect on a slant from the left side of the line of scrimmage. He wanted it to go to his tall receiver, Giancarlo Monge, 6'2", batted down.
Well, guess who? Ruben Cruz with his second opportunity to get his hand on something. Spying on those quick slant routes. You know, sometime as a corner, you do your best to stay right on top of that guy, and it's the linebacker's job to keep the slant from being caught by dropping underneath the route. So great job by Cruz.
Excellent stuff, Kenny. 2nd and 10. Again, they're at their own 39. Orange Coast has the football. Mitchell now rolls to his left, across his body, throws, and it is not caught. For a second, we thought it might have been pulled in by Isaiah Barnes. Drops it, kind of an awkward area for him. He had to kind of turn and catch it almost behind him, so that brings up a 3rd and 10.
Great job by Early playing deep to shallow, because if you just jump that out route as the tight end is coming across your face, he's going to dump it over on that corner route right behind you. So great job getting some depth and playing deep to shallow by Early.
Again, the clock stops, 7:06, 3rd and 10. Play clock at 10, Kenny. So they're not in any hurry as we see that flag really starting to go now. Wind strong. Mitchell drops back. He's on the far hash. He's got a lot of real estate by the Renegade sidelines. He gets across the 50 and out of bounds. First down inside Renegade territory at the 48.
Danger of playing man coverage on 3rd and long. And he definitely will, Mitchell, scramble. He's the 3rd leading rusher on the team. 1st and 10.
And, partner, he stops the clock again, too. It's the first quarter, and it's time management, to look, we'll throw some tosses. We'll run this ball, get it out of bounds, take what we can get. If the clock stops, no worries. We're in no hurry here, is what OCC is saying. 1st and 10 from the Renegade 47-yard line. Pete Mitchell, the quarterback.
Now we got an encroachment penalty as the nose tackle jumps, and it's just like you said, they're not in a hurry to give us the ball back, so they're going to do their best they can to manage their clock, run the football, sprinkle in a little bit of play action off the run, and they'd be happy with winning a game 3-0.
Hey, trying to find out from Coop, our spotter, who that was offsides, but, he's grabbing barbecue, he's spying the parking lot with his binoculars, grabbing pristine grapes, giving candy to our director. Thanks, Coop. We'll figure it out.
Coop's an all-star, man. He
Man,
can do it all.
Well, he's not happy with his Bruins at all, starting 0-4.
Don't say it too loud.
No, I asked him how the game went today, knowing full well they just got rocked last night, and he looked at me not happy. 1st and 5. Mitchell pump fakes. He's in trouble. He gets swallowed up and thrown down at the 50-yard line. The route was just taking way too long to develop, and Mitchell just got hammered at the 50-yard line.
Well, I'll say this, VP. Through 4.25 games, your boy Jalen Simpkins is looking like a defensive MVP candidate as he comes up with another sack. He's doing it all out there for the defense.
That West High Viking, as solid as it gets. Here's a 2nd and 9. Renegades look like they're going to back up a little bit and just let them come to them. They try. Big stiff arm. Oh, goodness. Nice run for a second. Stiff arm wasn't bad, but really the early work that was done by Ruben Cruz was enough to slow the runner down, even with taking one in the face. Really short gain, and it's going to be 3rd and I'd say 6.
Well, I definitely put a lot of pressure on the corners every week, but I do want to say Sean Stevens and Abdel Richards did a pretty dang good job last week tackling the football. And it's looked like it's continuing.
We might dip below the 5-minute mark here. In about 4 seconds, we will. 3rd and 6. Pete Mitchell has one running back next to him, and it's number 1, Dadrian Ellis. Hard count. No flags. They let the play go. No flags. And it's picked off. Intercepted. Deflected. And put into the hands of Justin Harrington. Harrington finally run down at the 48-yard line. Deflection in the middle of the field. He was ready for it. Great eye-hand coordination. It was like a shortstop that just picked up a one-hopper, but it happened to be off of an Orange Coast player's hands, and he was gone. A super athletic tackle to stop a touchdown. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line inside Orange Coast College.
Well, I will say Orange Coast College is going to have an earful for the officials because it looks like one of our guys jumped early, but nonetheless, great underneath coverage by the middle linebacker, putting so much pressure on a throw. Causes the pick.
As we see the super airliner flying into the sun rays at Meadows Field, we start this drive with a really nice play. And oh, goodness, look at the strong run by Isaiah Martin. He gets hit early. He spins, he rolls, and he takes on a linebacker head on and plows forward for a 1st down. How's that 11-yard run, everybody?
Oh, man. Well, I'm Facebook friends with a lot of these moms. They ran the dive option, and they give it to Martin. He was one of the names that was most requested as needing more carries, and I see why.
The moms have spoken?
The moms have spoken.
4:20 remaining in the 1st. A run play read very well. Elijah Ortiz wrapped up as quickly as he could have been. Wow, what a great play by Zeke Elliman out of Irvine, California. Wow.
Yeah, great play off the edge, unblocked guy. But that's one of the things that hurts you when you got a new quarterback. You can't check out of plays as often when you see guys coming.
The ball's right between the hash marks at the Orange Coast 43-yard line, and Jacob Irby trying to put something together and get on the board for his Renegades here at home. It's a run play. Again, it's Elijah Ortiz, and they're looking for something, though, Kenny. They're plodding ahead on this run game. Yes, they've got a quarterback that's still learning things, but he knows how to throw. He knows how to throw, so they're trying to find some pockets in there. They're going to open some things up. I think we're going to see a couple of really nice long strikes, like that quarterback in L.A. that is getting a lot of attention because our guy Derek Carr's not, but Jared Goff is something super special, and it reminds me of him. What'll he do here on a 3rd and 16? He steps up, gets himself some room. He might throw across his body. He launches one into the end zone. It's up, and it is a penalty.
We got 2 flags.
There was one down here right below us.
He was across the line of scrimmage when he released that pass, I believe.
Boy, that was close. Super, super close. Was he? All right.
And those penalties are offset.
Well, I won't mention my source's name, but if there's a source that tells me he was past the line, not that I didn't trust you, not that I didn't believe you, not that I didn't, but I thought he was still behind it, but the official cameraman for the Renegades was kind enough. But let's listen to the other one.
Illegal forward pass. Number 12 of the offense. Pass interference on the defense. Those penalties are going to offset. We're going to replay 3rd down.
We'll replay that play. One thing we did see is an across the body on the run off the back foot toss for 50 yards. That was fun.
That was fun. You can tell where he has some natural ability. Cam also slowed up on that end of that route. He didn't think he could throw it that far. Got to keep running through the route.
It's not going to take him long to figure that out. He's down here again below us. Cam Roberson on a 3rd and 16. Irby finds across the middle. Strike. What a perfect throw. It might go all the way. It may be a touchdown.
Oh, and he falls. Darian Rao, 4 yards from his first touchdown of the season, and the grass turf monsters came out to bite nephew.
Well, he's going to hustle off the field, I think, anyway, because of the play package. But everybody's there to greet him. Everybody's there to say, first of all, great route. Great
route
catch. Great everything. Just one of those moments. But we talked about long strikes. I don't think we've seen the end of Adrian Rao tonight either. Here we go. 1st and goal from the 6. A running back on each hip of Kirby. They stay in the run game. Ortiz wrapped up quickly. Loss of about 3 to the 13-yard line, or more than that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that's frustrating, VP, is the fact that we haven't been able to score inside the 5 very well.
We have a tall quarterback in this set that might pose different possibilities with the ball coming straight down at somebody, and we'll see. You never know.
Observation. Let's see. 2nd and 10.
Roberson in the slot on the left side. 2nd and goal from the 11. Irby looks, he's got to get going. He's in trouble. He throws it while he's being tackled, and it is almost the highlight catch of the decade. Woo! Irby got hit. He knew he was going to. He took one right in the midsection as he threw across his body. It was a really nice pass to the back 2 yards of the end zone. Almost a circus catch by Shane Jones, by a one-hander. That would have been it. We could have shut it down. Just gone home and said, you know what? We saw the greatest play of a decade. Incomplete, though.
Great job by Irby extending the play.
3rd and goal. Ortiz on his left hip. Look at this little line of scrimmage, Kenny. It's spread out.
I like the matchup with Cooper in the slot up top. Irby trying to extend the pocket, needs to protect the ball. Still going. And wide open is Cam Roberson for the touchdown. And now we have the first touchdown of Jacob Irby's career as a Renegade.
What a great call, Kenny.
Well, how about his ability to extend the play? We saw him a little loose with the ball, carrying it like a loaf of bread, or your niece when you're babysitting. But great job stepping into the pocket and keeping his head and his eyes up to find Cuddy Cam Roberson with a well-deserved touchdown reception. Yeah.
Here's the PAT, and that's a really nice PAT boom. People like to hear that. We'll take a short break. We've been on for a while. We'll come back and finish out this first quarter. Renegades score on a great first touchdown pass from Irby. Back right after this.
While your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing
Current
matters.
Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something.
Welcome back, everybody. 1:44 remaining in this first quarter. The Renegades just had a fantastic touchdown. Bumble, ball's on the ground. On the kickoff, he's going backwards. Look out, he's at the goal line, and he is stripped at the goal line again. He's hit hard. He fumbled the kickoff, picked it up, tried to do something special with it, but Corey Smith out of Lakewood, California, then started running horizontally right down the goal line towards us, averted safety twice, then got popped. I thought it was stripped again, but he fell down on it. And again, Orange Coast starts deep in their own territory.
Well, look at Corey Smith on the sideline. He's the loneliest player on the football field right now because his first 2 opportunities have been negatives, and now he's going to do push-ups for the disrespect. I love it.
So they try to fight their way out of this hole. Gus Serafino out of Louisville High School in Iroquois High, Kentucky. That doesn't roll off the tongue all the time, does it? Oh. Our IT man chuckled.
5-yard gain after that ISO play. They're going to stick with the run, try to get out of that hole. Coop's going to see if he can go down there and find us some vittles.
Assistant producer, how's that? It's so much waxes so much better, doesn't it? 2nd and 6, as Kenny said, under a minute. That Sun in no hurry either. Seems to be out for a while tonight. New quarterback, but it's really Nate West that took the snap and just took off with it.
Yeah, and if you look at their numbers, Nate West basically splits the snaps with Pete Mitchell and does a great job running the football too.
That was like just the optics of a Wildcat, basically.
Yep.
He's back there in the backfield again, joined by a stockier running back, Sean Javier Rhodes out of Mission Viejo, big fella. They're in the I formation now on a 1st and 10, far hash up against the sideline by Bakersfield College. They take the blocking out of the I formation, and look out, a huge hit, but I think it's going to be a face mask. He was sacked for 10 yards, but in all of the flurry of activity with 5 Renegades rushing in there, one of them got his cage, and I think it might have been Elijah Chester out of Bakersfield Christian. He was all over it.
Yeah, and they went that
It was.
I formation pro look, and they play action off of that, catching guys off guard. I took my eyes off the quarterback and looked at the top of the route. Missed the face mask, 1st and 10.
And it was one of those glancers that got him because 4 of the Renegades took him down, but it was just the quick hands of Elijah Chester trying to do something with that football, got him in the cage. So.
Yeah, and they're staying in that I formation. 3 receiver look, though.
Nate West looking for a call. There's 15 on the play clock. His hands are up, kind of like, huh? There's 10, and they're basically going to take the race of the 8 seconds on the game clock and 9 seconds on the play clock. So they beat it by a second, and that's the end of the first quarter. Hope you're enjoying all of this. It's 7-0. The Renegades up at the end of the first quarter. When we come back, we'll have some more action for you here on News Talk 1180 KERN and Bakersfield.com. What a beautiful night.
For years, Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide? More than any big national bank can offer. Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
While your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together.
fumble. We come back into the second quarter, and the Renegades pick up a loose ball. A Lynch mob right on time. What a first quarter. Thank you, Stephen Lynch. We come back to the first quarter. I get the cue to come on, and it's a fumble by OCC, and the Renegades look to strike again on 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Well, VP, you tried to sneak a piece of pizza. I tried to sneak some chicken, and the Renegade defense snuck the football away.
We would have had it snucken, but you had to go tell the whole world. And we come back to a fumble. How's this? They stay on the ground. Ortiz knows that that's the real estate in a football field where there needs to be a pep in the step there on the opponent's 22-yard line, looking to get in here quickly.
Well, VP, I will say, Isaiah Dunston, the 6'3" sophomore out of Seattle, Washington, is playing a heck of a football game on the defensive line for Orange Coast.
2nd and 11, only a loss of the yard, fortunately. Elijah Ortiz now going to go to the left hip of Jacob Irby. Irby stands at the 29-yard line. Takes the snap. He might keep it himself, and he does. He stretches it out to a big first down, takes a huge hit, but he's a big, strong fella, and he gets to the 10-yard line or the 11, so they'll still get a shot at another first down. 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. It was a little option pitch to the left side. Don't look scared, Kenny. Fakes the pitch, off he goes. You always are like me, don't get hurt. But he's thinking, hey, who can I hit? Who's out there?
I'm not looking scared. I'm looking surprised because I was like, wow, I didn't know you could run the option, Irby. Great job.
He just did, and it's 1st and 10 from the 11, so they can still kind of stretch this out a little bit and find himself a pocket of land. Or Elijah Ortiz can step over people and get to the end zone. He's hungry. He wants it, and he almost got it. His knee went down, we thought, at about the 10, but it was really on the back of one of his Renegades, and then he kept chomping and chomping. 2nd and 7.
Well, it's been a couple games since Ortiz has had his signature style of offensive display, but you can tell on that run as he takes that power along the left side, I want the ball, guys.
Just underway in the second quarter. It started with a fumble by Orange Coast, and now the Renegades looking to strike. 2nd and 7. Irby has another pocket of space. He's looking to get in. I think he might. Look at this. He cuts back, zigzags, touchdown, runs it in. Boom!
And I'm getting goosebumps because I'm seeing the guy that's starting to love Bakersfield a little bit more.
I'm listening to the buzz of the crowd with my earphones off. A lot of oohs and ahs. He zigzags back and forth and gets in. Touchdown, Renegades.
I thought he had Roberson in the flat, but
he may have.
Yeah, he thought he had something else.
He may have, and he said, I got it. How about this? DeJager comes in, puts it up and through. So touchdown, Renegades, 14-0. Kenny, I want to stop right here and ask you and talk to you about what you're doing in the community there. For everybody that's fortunate enough to be a part of Kenny's social platform, you get to see the effervescence, the love of life, the attitude of servanthood and giving. And I'm going to just throw these at you because you deserve it. But even more importantly, I love you like a brother, and I'm seeing you do some things out there in the community that are now starting to get the attention of the news affiliates, you know, not just through what we do live streaming, but walk me through some of the things that are making news.
We got the Kids in Cleats campaign, the Unified Kids in Cleats campaign, where we're giving free football cleats to youth in all sports. We started with football cleats, of course, but since then we've transitioned into giving basketball shoes away, some motorcycle gear. We've even given away some music instruments, backpacks. More than anything, just giving kids the opportunity to continue a life in sports, music, and film. And hopefully we can talk about that a little bit because it's a lot more people I want to thank because it's not me, it's we.
We're definitely going to get there, get everybody started on that thought process. Here is the second attempt of a return in the last 4 or 5 minutes, and not bad, an acrobatic run up to the 18-yard line. He averted a couple of hits but was tripped up, and that's Tim Brown. And by the way, is out of Fort Worth High School in Kennedale, Texas, sophomore.
Yeah, and after that second return by Corey Smith, they said, hey, let's get another guy back here that actually wants to keep the football in his hands. 1st and 10 for Orange Coast College.
Pirates will take over on the hash mark up along the Renegade sideline. They're now heading into the horseshoe. The flag starting to really flow.
Double tight end set, and they go inside zone.
West to Jinell Sedbury, and that's a good 5-yard gain. Just lowered the shoulder and said, let's get it on.
Yeah, I love the fact that there's a ton of different Renegades out there getting some snaps. That tackle was made by Elijah Chester, 6 foot, 217-pound freshman out of Bakersfield Christian. We're rotating guys on defense. I think that's been helping us be successful.
They had half of it on the first down, so now it's 2nd and 5, and the strong legs and the attitude of Sedbury gets him another 2 yards, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 3.
Yeah, and they got Nate West back in quarterback. Look like they're alternating series. 3rd and 3 is going to be a huge one for Orange Coast College. They're a heavy run team, and they've tried to mix in some play-action pass, but if you keep being down on the scoreboard, that play-action goes away.
I believe that the Pirates think that they're more in this than the score would indicate with 12 to go here in the first half. West wants to throw. He does. He fires. Oh, would have been a great catch, but he dropped it. Incomplete. Would have been a first down, but Tim Brown had to reach back and catch a really hard-thrown ball. Yeah, and it didn't happen.
And just like we said, they're running that read option zone so much. They're going that play action off of it. Just bad timing. And we talk about that all the time when you're changing quarterbacks, Vance. The timing and route combinations from quarterback to receiver is so important. And there you see a easy 5-yard throw that's behind the guy. Nonetheless, 4th and 3.
Cam Roberson, the Renegade return man, Garces Memorial Ram stands at the 30. Here's the punt. They almost got it. Cam surveying, has not waved off anybody. Takes it, catches it at the 33, looking for a wall along the Renegade sideline. Cuts back upfield, still on his feet, gets to the 42-yard line. Listen to this crowd.
Well, something to get excited about because there was one guy that was in between him and the end zone from the 43-yard line. Cam cuts it in. Great job by the defense because that should have been a touchdown.
At halftime, we have Tyler Hartley. I'm going to take a segment. Kenny's going to take a segment. We'll get to know our good friend that I grew up with, basically. Oh. Wow. Oh, well. Our spotter made it back. Hey, who made that last tackle, Coop? Did you catch that on the binocular? Who? Yeah.
Man, Coop's handling more important business, man, coming from a delivery.
1st and 10. Renegades have it at the 42-yard line. Irby, play action. They want to throw right away. He's flushed out of the pocket, still flings it. Quick, smart decision there to not have a sack. Got rid of it in the area of Elijah Ortiz. Another thing we can see with that big, strong, stable quarterback, not afraid to stand in there and take it.
Yeah, he's doing a great job extending plays. But I'll tell you who else did a great job, the secondary of Orange Coast College, because usually you catch guys off guard going 1st and 10 play action. They did a great job staying on top. Double tight end set for the Renegades.
2nd and 10, Irby. Hard count, hard clap, nothing happens. Looks over to the sidelines. The shift puts Ortiz on his right side. The snap made. Ortiz hit behind the line of scrimmage, stretches it out. He'll pick up the first down and more. Cuts up field, flag on the play. Fantastic run. Strong, smart, great vision. Took a couple of hard hits, picked up 13 yards, but the holding call comes out quickly. The White Hat threw it. The White Hat called it. No dice.
Yeah, and that's one of the tough ones from a fan's perspective because you're like, hey, ref, you were right there. What took you so long to get that out of your pocket? Kind of like the one they took away from us last week.
We better move quick here. The sun's about to go down. You ready? Did I find it? Is it there? Where's it at? Where are you at? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Well, let's try to get the sunset there, Kenny. 1, 2, 3. Great shot, great pick. We did it because that sun has finally dipped below that Pacific Ridge over there, and now it's going to have a nice cool breeze that may have an effect on this football game. So here we go on a 2nd and 20. Irby fakes the handoff. He's got it himself. He might be in trouble, but he gets out of trouble, but he's more in trouble. Or is he in trouble? I don't know. Oh, takes a huge hit at the end of that play. Gains about 3 yards. Did a sidestep here, a sidestep there. Nothing happened, and you always get worried about that ball protection.
Yeah, and you took the words right out of my mouth because we love the fact that you're trying to extend plays, but we definitely want to remind them, hey, keep that ball in close to the body when scrambling because those defensive tackles love to just put that hand out there. Shotgun double set, 3rd and about 17.
No, boss, if you need a sweatshirt, I have one. 1st and 10. Oh, and I'll tell you what, it was it was 3rd and 18, and the pass across the middle, some hands got in between the departure of that ball and where it was headed, deflected just enough, or at least bothered the vision of the intended receiver out there, and it was supposed to go to DeCarlos Frazier, but there was a lot of hand traffic in that pass.
Yeah, it was a lot of traffic. Definitely a tough catch to make as the guy that's catching the screen, because you're not only worried about the ball being caught, you're worried about the linebacker coming to take your head off. Carson Olivas back to punt.
Looks like it's got a nice roll to it. It does, and this is why he is who he is, everybody, the 1 yard line.
Wow.
Carson Olivas, and listen to this crowd.
Know what? Carson Olivas is one of my best buddies. He does a great job.
Look at that.
On social media, him and Coach Mateo Alvarez, who I had on the Renegade Report this week, with the chest bump. Coach still got a little hops down there, VP.
Am I sensing that there might also be an on-air program that has karma?
Hey.
We know about the Jungle Karma with our man Jim Rome, who gets carried through American General Media. But what about the Kenny Karma? They come on the Renegade Report. Carson Olivas from the 50-yard line. He's about another 10 yards back, drops it and has it roll to the 1 yard line.
Oh.
And a big hit at the 1 yard line. They tried to muscle their way off of it. They didn't go anywhere. It'll be second and, boy, they gave him a yard. 2nd and 9. We're going to dip below the 10-minute mark here, but it can't be talked about enough how the field just gets completely flipped on its end with a great punt.
I mean, this guy, I'm going to ask Mom if I could just be this guy's agent, man, because the way he's punting the football, he's putting it everywhere he needs to be.
Run play stretched out here below us. This will help the Pirates a little bit. Strong hit at the end of it, but they get him up to the 5 yard line. Ball pops out!
Ball is out!
The ball popped out right into Jalen Simpkins' hand, and the official said he was down. I don't know how they could say it. I don't want to say too much, but he did take a pat on the back from Abdul Richards, kind of like, well, I don't know if that was, hey, don't worry about it. We know you blew it, but that ball popped out into the hands of Jalen Simpkins, and we never saw a knee down, nor did I hear a whistle.
Until he had the ball. But how about Jalen Simpkins?
Ay, ay, ay. 3rd and 4, play action, and it's caught across the middle, a huge first down, and Moore still on his feet. What a play. Will they strip him? They do not. That is a massive first down by the Pirates, and West was in trouble. I thought he was going to go down. He's still up. He tosses it across his body, then a circus catch below his knees, and it's a massive first down. What a catch.
Yeah, and that just appeared to be a blown coverage. Somebody didn't take the number 2 receiver, and they're going to hurry up offense right now.
And it's a keeper by West, so here comes the Pirates. Here come the Pirates.
Now West look like he's getting up slow. Oh, no, that's a tight end. But 2nd and 8, Orange Coast trying to play with some confidence after that huge 3rd down conversion. Double tight set out of shotgun.
That quarterback, West, is 6'3", 205, went for a hard count. Good, nice patience by that front 4 from the Renegades. Now they're up, and there's 15 on the play clock. This one's going to be for real. The snap is made. They stretch out a run play right below us, and nothing doing. The Renegades all over it. They swallow up Ahmad Lewis. So Lewis, who made a name for himself the first couple of minutes of the football game, back in there.
Well, great job by Ricky Ling-Wai being a defensive tackle, continuing to string that along, sliding his feet and staying horizontal to the line.
We're below 8 minutes now here in this first half. The Renegades lead 14-0. A supreme evening.
Single high safety, nickel coverage for the defensive secondary with the 40 even front. Double tight end set for Orange Coast.
3rd and 6, ball right here below us on the hash line. They go to the corner. It's a long toss, and there's not going to be enough real estate. They run out, and they try to make it complete to Giancarlo Mangi, speedy Mangi, but he was covered very, very well out there by Sean Stevens, and they just ran out of real estate, 4th down, and they're going to have to punt.
And I'm proud of Sean Stevens because I was very tough on him early in the season. Know why I'm tough on him? Because his grandpa was tough on me when he was my first basketball coach, so I'm returning the favor. But more than anything, he's playing lights out over the last couple weeks, not getting beat over the top, staying deep as the deepest.
His grandpa knew what you should be doing. You know what Sean could be doing, so it's all good. Here's the punt. Will they punt? They do. This is not a bad one either. This might get to the end zone, though. It's in the corner. Oh, what another nice one. So touche from Hunter Elson-Penter out of Fullerton, modern-day California, and he drops one at the 5-yard line. That was like a 9-iron that just faded right into the wind and dropped out of bounds perfectly. First down. Renegades, but deep in their own territory. 7:26 left in the half.
Well, I was talking to John Metis about my coach, Jimmy Red Parker of OBU. And one of the things he talked about in winning football games, win the turnover battle, win the kicking game. You know, and it's apparent that we got 2 great punters out there, but Carson Olivas does a great job keeping us out of trouble.
Irby stands on the goal line. It's a run play. It's right over here to the near side below us. It's Elijah Ortiz. We've seen a little bit of Isaiah Martin. We've seen St. Jones on a route into the end zone that almost was the catch of the decade.
Yes.
So we have all of these opportunities to help Jacob Irby grow.
Yeah, he's surrounded by weapons. And that's one thing that's frustrating for the offensive personnel is the fact that we have all these weapons, but we haven't had the productivity.
2nd and 9, under 7 here in this first half. Irby drops back, fires, and ball's batted down, knocked down. And what are you pointing at? Oh, we have a Pirate down, and that's Adrian Rosales, 6', 240 out of Santa Fe Springs High School from Servite. And he is going to take a moment, so we will take a quick break here on News Talk 1180 KERN and Bakersfield.com.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Freeway Chevrolet's first all GM benefit car show. Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet. Your
Think
home.
about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
We're back, everybody. 3rd and 9. Renegades deep in their own territory. They hand it to Ortiz, and he gets the ball back to the middle of the hash marks, but it's at the 5-yard line. A punishing blow at the end of it. A big hit, and it's 4th down, and they're going to have to punt into a wind that's starting to get active. Certainly, you can hear it in our microphones, the presence of the elements out there for Carson Olivas now.
Yeah, and with Carson having his heels on the end line of the end zone, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a little pressure from Orange Coast.
Looks like it. They have DeMondre Purnell out of Long Beach standing inside Renegade territory at the 45. Let's see what Carson has.
Boom.
Nice beauty. And he pushes him back inside his own territory at the 45. And he slips and falls. Again, a masterful and powerful use of that leg.
Oh, we got a personal foul on Orange Coast.
And
this is going to be the first. Now, being that it's dead ball, it's going to be interesting, Vance. And
so a
this is
personal foul against a couple of the Pirates that had something to say to a Renegade deep by the end zone, by the goal post almost, and coaching staff met some of those players over there. One of them is binged up.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 6. That's 15 yards. First down.
Yeah, being that it was a dead ball penalty, it's enforced after the fact. If it happened during the play, we could have got the ball back.
Well, not lost in any of that was a booming, long, perfect spiral rocket from Carson Olivas that actually caused the return man to slip and fall as he tried to make a catch, and the ball goes down there. That was impressive into this stiff wind, Carson Olivas. And now,
flea flicker.
A flea flicker, but he may be in trouble. Oh, West gets out. Will there be a clip? I don't know. Now, West still out there, lowers the boom on a big hit, a 9-yard run that covered about 45 yards, very close to a clip on his cutback. Didn't happen.
Well, they just tried to slip the flea flicker in on us, and I was talking about the play of Stevens and how more aware he seems to be. He stayed at home, didn't get tricked by the gimmick play. But nonetheless, great effort by West.
That was a very entertaining run He covered a lot of ground to get that 8 yards. That's a big 8 yards. 5:19 to go here in the half. He throws on the run.
Oh, it's picked off.
It's intercepted. This could go all the way. LJ Early, can he make one cut, two cuts, stays in bounds down to the 10-yard line, picked off and taken to the Pirates' 10-yard line. A hard throw, not on target, and waiting for it was LJ Early out of Tulare Western, the defensive back. He's a sophomore, and he was looking for that pylon, and he gets it to the 10-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal. Here come the Renegades with 5:08 to go in this first half.
How about that secondary stepping up again and again and again? Yeah, you got opportunities to catch the ball if you're Orange Coast College, but we're doing a great job taking advantage of our opportunity.
And it's a good team. The Pirates are a good team, and they have talented athletes and some strong young student athletes down there, but they're making mistakes, and now let's see if the Renegades can capitalize quickly. Jacob Irby wants to throw, throws to the back pylon, and it is well defended out there. Almost a touchdown pass, but Gaspar Atencio from Huntington Beach. Well, you tell me, you're the DB. I thought it was well played.
Well, it was a great defensive effort, but more than anything, Irby hung that ball up, and you hear that wind in our microphones.
Yeah.
Once it goes up a little bit, it takes away, and it ended up almost being a back shoulder throw as opposed to something that you want to see thrown to the back pylon.
2nd and 10, ball's at the 10, 5:04 remains here in the first half. Renegades want to get it again. Irby waits, stands, throws behind Cam Roberson, and that was really basically like, all right, I'm not letting anybody get this. It's going to the ground, but it brings up a 3rd and 10, exactly 5 minutes to go in the half.
Yeah, skinny post from Roberson, but I've talked about this all day. Inside linebackers doing a great job getting in between the throw. Sometimes you're not going to be there to cover the guy, but if you find yourself in the passing lane, you're doing just as good a job. So great job by the secondary.
3rd and 10, big play here for this Pirate defense. Kirby takes the snap, looks back to the corner. Now he has him, and it's overthrown. That was a touchdown, and LeBron Austin was waiting for it. Running out into the far pylon, just overthrew him. But I've got to tell you this, Kenny, just the calm, patient poise of how he just drops back, takes a look. Nothing looks hurried or frantic in this young man.
Very smooth, right? Very, very smooth, very poised. And like we said, it's getting windy out here. Those touch throws inside the red zone are going to be harder to complete because you're trying to drop them in. DeJager for the field goal.
27-yarder, the snap, the kick, the hold. It's up, and it is through. It's good. How about a boom? There you go. It's 17-0. The Renegades up with 4:52 to go in this first half. Great football night here in California. Back right after this.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Renegades up 17-0 with 4:52 remaining in the second quarter after the DeJager field goal. Short kick taken at the 6. And he's pushed out of bounds. LeBrevin Austin on the tackle as Orange Coast sets up for 1st and 10. Going to be interesting to see what they do, whether they try to actually take advantage of this 4 minutes and 47 seconds and try to get some points on the board. But you've turned the ball over 2 out of the last 3 drives. And Renegade defense looking hungry. 1st and 10 for Orange Coast. Trips open set. And they go quick screen, and that's tackled immediately by Cruz. Great job with Cruz on the pursuit.
Kenny, you having fun calling the game? I'm back there with Tyler Hartley, our halftime guest. retired deputy chief. Looking forward to that conversation.
Yeah, I had a great time with Tyler. You know, I got tons of clients in the community that want to be firefighters, never know how to go and approach that. I got all the answers this week.
Nice, 2nd and 9 for the Pirates. A little over 4 minutes to go here. They stay on the ground, keep the ball between the hash marks at about the 29-yard line. They're heading back into the horseshoe end of Memorial Stadium. That flag continues to move tonight. That breeze is just perfect.
Perfect weather, perfect night, perfect defense, pitching the shutout through the first half.
The clock continues to move, 20 on the play clock, 3:46 left here in the first half. The quarterback is Nate West. They seem to have settled in with West after starting with Pete Mitchell. West has a nice little pocket there. Overthrows the intended receiver, which would have been Troy Conway if he had caught it, but just stretched him out too far. 4th and 8, and with 3.5 left in the first half, the Renegades still licking their chops.
It's just like what I said. I know sometimes as Orange Coast fans, I'm sure there's a guy down there saying, throw it, we need to pass the football. But if you pass it 3 straight times in 20 seconds, goes off the clock, and you give it right back to a potent offense.
And you've had 2 interceptions already.
That was almost a third off a tip.
Cam Roberson stands back at his 25-yard line. A punt, it's up. Could take a bounce for Cam to do something with it. No, it bounces way away from him, right down below us at the 29-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Renegades. We want to thank our good friends at Luigi's Italian Restaurant and Delicatessen. It is that time of year now where everybody's just kind of getting that nice little autumnal feel, and the pumpkins are out everywhere pretty soon, and the spice and all of that. So everybody starts to get into that mode of, man, let's go grab a nice big meal and sit around and have a great discussion about life. Where Luigi's on the east side and their delicatessen, you start to see the people rolling in and out at a more fervent pace to get everything set up for the holiday season. Luigi's, thank you so much for everything you do. And here's a 1st and 10 for the Renegades at the 29-yard line. They stay on the ground, and look at this. It's the big fella, Isaiah Martin, and he gets it up to the 39-yard line, and that 38-yard line, boy, that's a good, strong run.
Can't say enough about this offensive line finding a way to move the pocket. They do such a great job, you know, hence why we're run dominant through the first half of the season. But we're picking up the pace right now. Shotgun, twin set.
Again, Martin, they go to it, and he breaks 4 tackles already. Takes 2 Pirates to bring him down inside Renegade territory. Stands up, tosses the ball to Ref, says, here you go, sir. I've done my work for the last 5 seconds. Big, strong run by Isaiah Martin.
Well, I told you. There was a mom that sent me an inbox. She said, Kenny, I know you're not a coach, but why ain't they giving that Isaiah Martin the ball more? Well, I think they heard you, man.
1st and 10. What a big, strong run again by Isaiah Martin. Right down here below us, and maybe a yard, but he's wearing out these defenders, I'll tell you that. They are getting tired of seeing him come through.
Yeah, and a great job by the offense mixing it up a bit, because Martin is usually our dive option. That time they switch it up and go Ortiz with the dive option and him on the pitch.
2nd and 9, ball's right down here in the low hash below us. A running back on each side of Jacob. They stay on the ground with it. Elijah Ortiz, really well-designed run, and a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 3rd and 4. And Isaiah Martin will go out. Adrian Rowell come back in. Rowell had a beautiful route across the middle. A dart by Irby hit him in full stride. He outran everybody, and then this beautiful Kern County grass tripped him up. But the touchdown not long after, 3rd and 4.
Turf Monsters got him.
They decide to bootleg it. It'll be Irby, and he does not get the first down. He decelerated right around the 35-yard line, looking at the official for a call. Not going to get it. Clean hit.
Yeah, and that's one where for Irby, you got to either get low, slide head first, or go ahead and give yourself up and slide, because you don't want to take hits like that. You saw what happened to Medina last week.
Well, he took the bootleg as if to say, I'll get the first down, and then didn't finish it. And, you know, Josh Medina, fantastic young quarterback, strong legs, strong arm, loves contact, but he got dinged up. And 2 different styles, and a timeout is going to be taken by the Renegades. And with under a minute to go, and on a 4th and 1, they want to think about it. The ball's at the Pirates 35-yard line. We will have a bye next week, no game. Renegades have 2 weeks to prepare for October 13th. We will start on Saturday night at Ventura College. We start league play 2 weeks from tonight, Ventura College. What a contest that will be over on the coast. Never disappointing. Some of the more memorable evenings on the microphone for me. A double overtime, rain-soaked game, and then they end up winning the state championship that year. That's 2 weeks away, Ventura College. After that, another week later, we're on the road at Long Beach City, one of the powerhouse teams perennially in Southern California. Kenny, Ventura, Long Beach when we come back from bye.
Well, hey, I got my teammate Calvin Peterson. His son Carson Peterson is the pride of Ventura. Been competing on the Kids Food Network, Top Chef.
4th and 1. Does he get it? Ortiz. I don't believe he does. And the coaching staff for the Pirates elated to hold the Renegades on an Elijah Ortiz run to the left side down by us. And the Pirates now have something to go in the locker room with some positive emotions, positive energy. They stopped a very strong run game from getting a first down and then taking a few strikes, but the Renegades don't get it.
Yeah, that was some pride put on display by Orange Coast College, but more than anything, I think the reason why we do that is because our defense has been playing at a high level, and we're daring you to throw the football right now.
Nate West now with 14 on the play clock looks over. It appears as though they will take some shots, take some strikes at it, but oh, beware of that Renegade defensive backfield. West takes a look, stops, rolls to the right, takes a good look at it, flings one up, and wants to stop the clock, so he throws it just a little bit short of Troy Conway, and with 49 on the game clock.
Yeah, and the Gays did a great job disguising coverage because we've been in that single high safety all day. That time we went 2 deep safety and dropped into more of a soft shell 2 zone against an empty set. Nice chess match.
So 49 seconds officially left in this first half. The score is 17-0. Great to have everybody here on News Talk 1180, our radio partner. West drops back to pass, and he is wrestled down. And that was an effort to strip the ball by Jalen Simpkins, and West hung on to it, but he paid the price. He is already kind of gripping his wrist, and JS is serious. Timeout taken by the Pirates. They want to take a strike with 3rd and 15.
Well, VP, I just got to give you credit where credit is due, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate that.
A few weeks ago, we talked about players to watch, and you said Jalen Simpkins. Since then, that guy has been lights out. He had an interception last week that almost went to the house. He has 2 sacks tonight. I want to say he has 2 interceptions on the year, probably about 5 sacks. Great effort from this kid.
There's Jim Rome's Jungle Karma. There's KC Karma, and then there's VP Karma. Jalen Simpkins doing the heavy lifting on this defense for quite some time now. The 6', 220-pound West High Viking. He's a sophomore, and a couple of games ago, he started the first play of the game with a massive hit behind the line, and it sent the message that that's how the night's going to go, and that's how the season goes when he's involved. Here's a 3rd and 15. At their own 31-yard line. The Renegades lead 17-0. And now quarterback Nate West stands back, empty backfield, spread out all across the line of scrimmage. The Renegades look like they're bringing 4, and they were, and they are. They bring it from the outside, so West is going to have to get rid of it. No, he gets out of the pocket. He throws across his body. It's caught, and it's a first down. They get it. They'll move the chains, and the Pirate family and friends below us and the team like what they see. West ducks out of the pocket, runs to his left towards the BC sideline, throws across his body, and a great 2-handed grab out there by Manji. And then right now, West just downs it quickly, spikes it to make it 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and it just looks like he's the guy that's giving them a better opportunity to keep plays alive, being that our defensive line has got so much pressure. They're staying in that empty cover.
Well, I don't see a number 10 jersey anymore down there, and I see one player already with his left shoulder wrapped in some ice, so I believe I would surmise that that was the starting quarterback, Pitt Mitchell. Look at this. West has a receiver downfield, and that was almost a level shot, and the hit was almost one of those where we were going to be concerned about the young man from Orange Coast. That Pirate was in dead aim, And the Renegade faithful even said, oh, he was beeline in on him, did not deliver the hit. Smart move because the ball was overthrown, incomplete to the left side.
And Stevens is like, hey, Early, you hit me. He's like, hey, I got to hit both of you.
That was close to being a bowling ball knockdown right there. 26 seconds left. The ball's just shy of midfield. Nate West has it, drops back. He's got a nice pocket there, flings one out. Oh, and it's thrown behind him, missed his receiver. So now on a 4th and 10, Kenny, 23 seconds to go with this strong wind picking up.
Got to punt the football.
The Renegades feeling it for maybe one more shot at it. The go ahead and decide to punt. We're not going to score. Let's get this thing as deep as we can back there. Cam Roberson will jog back to about the 20-yard line.
Punter has the wind at his back right now.
Perfect deep snap. A nice punt. Roberson wants to take it on the run, and he does, and he's hit. Oh no. For a second, I thought they were going to say he stayed up. Oh, what a great play out there. For those of you watching on Bakersfield.com, Tristan Herman, a sophomore out of Huntington Beach High School from Marina, California, he made, wait a second, is it 61 or 51? It is 61. What a play by Tristan Herman. This is a young man who is 6 foot, 255 pounds, and he tripped up Cam Roberson. Not easy.
Definitely not easy.
Cam was almost gone. So give Tristan his due. The Renegades are going to go down on a knee and finish this quarter out with a 17-0 lead. The Renegade faithful that are here tonight enjoying this perfect purple, aqua, and yellow evening off to the side, the west side, are enjoying this lead by the Renegades. When we come up, the Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. It's going to be Tyler Hartley, retired Deputy Chief of the Bakersfield City Fire Department. I'm going to talk to him. Kenny's going to talk to him. Got a great half coming up here right after this.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's Three-Way Chevrolet's first all-GM benefit car show. Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
Running your business is hard work, but with the right tools and guidance, we can make it easier. At Rabobank, we deliver smart banking and lending solutions for local businesses, and we're always ready to roll up our sleeves and work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk. Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins.
Welcome back, everybody. The Lynch Mob, Steve Lynch, getting a fist bump from Kenny Calvin. Thanks for the stats. We'll go over those in a little bit. This is the Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. The score is 17-0 right now. Renegades up. And we have a very special halftime guest tonight. I wore pants. I wore pants. That's how official this gentleman is. Normally I get
I did too.
oh yeah, right. Well, you're retired. I'm thinking now it's going to be, you're going to be making wooden animals in the garage, watching soap operas at 4 in the afternoon. Everybody, it's the retired deputy chief of the Bakersfield City Fire Department, Highland High School grad, a Bakersfield College Renegade, Tyler Hartley. Tyler, good to see you. Thanks for being up here. 17-0 lead for the Renegades. Your thoughts on the first half?
Great first half. BC football is really good football. I'm always impressed every time I come up here. I've missed the first couple games, but it's exciting to be here. They really look good, both on offense and defense tonight.
We're high atop the Dameron deck. There is no better view of the city. It's officially the highest point of the city. So why don't we start there? You and I grew up Kern County high school kids in the 80s. You were on the east side, so this was really your home. You grew up as a child listening to the football games being announced, the drums. We know all about the history and the big crowds, but Saturday nights at a BC football game, my man, this was the place to be, no?
A lot of fun, a lot of fun. All my friends came up here and watched BC football back then. In fact, Highland played their home games here at BC Coliseum here.
Tyler, when you come up to a spot like this and you kind of take a look at this city, for you it must be surreal with what you've been doing for the last 30 years of your life. When you come up here and look at this spot, I'm sure you have a lot of memories like, wow, the fire department saved so many lives over here. You look over here and say, I remember that year, 19 whatever it was over here, and then there was that one time right over here.
Yeah.
How does it feel to be up here and look at this beautiful city that we live in and look at it from that perspective?
It's really nice, and it's funny you say that. I mean, we've had the wildfires on the bluffs here and a lot of the vehicle accidents and rescues over the side of the bluffs. And in my 30-year career, I fought an awful lot of fire in the city here, and it does bring back a lot of memories just to be able to look at it from this perspective.
During the coin toss, I took out my own iPhone and was taking pictures of you down there doing the coin toss. You allowed someone else to flip the coin. Actually, who tossed the coin?
The BPD officer. Yeah,
wow.
He was in uniform. He deserved to do that.
He wasn't in jeans and a polo. Got it.
Exactly.
Let's talk about that. Why were you down there?
Mr. Todd Hansen invited me up. I think a public safety format I
know we touched on first responders.
Yeah, and I got the invite. I'm a longtime BC supporter, alumni. I enjoyed the place. Both kids went here.
Why fire? Why was that your choice? When you start to take a look at all the things that you could have done and the places you might have gone, you decided not only am I going to live here, I'm going to get into serving the public, being in a dangerous field. Why'd you choose fire?
You know what's interesting? I probably spent 3 years at least going to school up here, and I remember my roommates, Mike Wright, would ask me, Tyler, why? What are you taking? Why are you going to BC? And my answer at the beginning was, I'm not really certain. It just feels like the right thing to do. And I was knocking out general education classes, and I just stumbled across the fire science program, started taking some classes there, and I thought, this is it. So great place to actually get your formal education, get it kicked off, and then learn what you really want to do. And that's what happened to me here at BC.
Well, what a great testimony to this campus and everybody involved in it. 30 years later, you've retired with a 3-decade service role in this community. Dare I ask what a young, spry, athletic guy like you is going to be doing now in your retirement? What's next for you? What are you going to be involved in?
You know, I haven't committed to anything, and I'm actually fighting the urge to go back to work real quick, but I will probably do something. I'm kicking around a few ideas with some friends, and something that may not require 100% commitment 7 days a week, 24 hours a day like the fire department does. I hope to play a little more golf, relax a little bit, and maybe do some things for myself as a customer, service-oriented person, and that was my profession. I've always helped others and always done a lot for other people, and maybe I can do a little bit for myself right now.
Well, that's called the perfect, and I mean absolutely spot-on perfect segue into our next segment when we come back, because my partner Kenny Calvin just was speaking with Tyler on the Renegade Report earlier this week, and we're going to kind of recapture that. So when we come back, it'll be more Tyler Hartley and Kenny Calvin here. This is the Red Carpet Halftime Show, brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. Renegades up 17-0. Back right after this.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
It's hard to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Welcome back to the halftime show with Kenny Calvin and retired Deputy Chief, Mr. Hartley. How you doing?
Very good. How are you?
Good. I feel like I ain't seen you in forever, man.
It's been a while.
I know. It's been a couple days. If you missed it, we had Mr. Hartley on for the Renegade Report. He was my opening guest, and we had a great day, man. I think that show, from a views perspective, was probably our most popular show.
Oh, good.
You know, so
good.
I think it started off right with you, man.
Good.
How you doing?
Good. I'm doing really good.
Enjoying the beautiful weather?
The weather's perfect. Renegades are up. It's a great night.
Well, great night. Defense putting out pitching a shutout. You get to see Jacob Irby for the first time.
Yeah.
He's our new quarterback.
Fantastic.
One in the air, one on the ground.
Yeah.
Definitely doing a great job. So how's it feel to enjoy the week off? You know, I made a little bit of fun earlier this week talking about what's the wife going to do with the extra time with you. And I see you guys are out enjoying the night.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
She's my sidekick, so she's out here tonight. We're doing great. And things are great. It's really nice to be able to relax, and there's a lot of pressure off my shoulders right now that I'm retired, at least work-related pressure. I've got some pressures at home. There's a lot of work to be done around the house. So.
Well, speaking of pressure, I had an opportunity to talk to some of the young guys who are transitioning into their adulthood right now, and some of them want to be firemen.
Yeah.
And after the show, I had an opportunity to show some of them some of the questions that they had, and just the recruitment part of it. I feel so honored to be able to talk about that with you. And anything you're looking forward to for the guys that are going to be out there? I know we've got a few firemen out that joined you today. What's the future like for some of the new guys that are taking your place?
You know, the department, my 30-year career, I loved going to work day one, and I loved going to work last week, my last day after 30 years. I highly encourage anybody that's interested in the profession, get into college here at BC, get good grades, get into the fire science program, get into the academy. And as I said the other day, this place is really second to none. BC's education, BC's dedication to local fire service and preparing people to become firefighters is fantastic, top notch.
Top, you took the words right out of my mouth. Top-notch facilities, top-notch programs. You know, we get the stereotype of being one-dimensional as a sports program, but a lot of the educational opportunities go swept under the rug because of that. And it's great opportunities like this that we have to highlight that stuff. So I appreciate you guys and everything you do. Even the first media day, having the fire truck roll in with the team getting off, and you got the team captains coming out, that set the year up for a great brand expansion overall for the Bakersfield Fire Department, right?
I agree. I like the partnership, both in the educational side and then the athletic side. We're very often up here tailgating, and we're here for the media day, and we enjoy being a part of Bakersfield College. I mean, this place is wonderful.
Well, one of the funny things, you got your hat on again.
I do.
I talked about our hats the other day and how I got teammates waiting all over the country for them. One day I showed up to the office and I had my my BC Athletics shirt on for some random meeting, and Keith was like, "Kenny, did you just put that on just to come to this meeting?" I'm like, "Are you serious? I wear this stuff all the time." Like we're brand ambassadors of our great institution, and more than anything, this place changed my life. It taught me how to accept direction. and being able to transcend that message into the community through what you do and through what I do as a social worker, you know, it's just like what you said. When you do something you love to do, it's like you never worked a day at all, right? So, you know, Mr. Hartley, this is a great experience. What's coming up for you in the next week or so? What's something you're looking forward to getting into?
You know, I've historically done a lot for the community, and our Burn Foundation actually has a golf tournament coming up Monday. I'll be participating in that.
Where is it?
Stockdale Country Club. So
Beautiful.
not very often do we get to go there. And then there's another one the following week. Clifford and Bradford's got a golf tournament that actually is part of. Yeah, I know, Vance, you can play with us if you want. We're looking for a fourth.
Well, we're Clifford and Bradford Insurance, one of our longtime sponsors.
Exactly.
Some of my favorite bowl championship wins as coaches. I still got my Clifford and Bradford coats,
funny.
you know, in the closet. So just looking forward to some great opportunities for fundraising. You guys got the Burn Foundation going. Anything I can do. I got a crazy social media following. I've had a great week with my kit campaign. Anything I can do to take some of my attention and forward it over to you guys, let me know, send me some links, and I'll share those away.
That would be great.
Gotcha. Well, hey, this is Kenny Calvin, retired Deputy Chief, Mr. Hartley. I appreciate you, man. Great hat. I should have worn my hat tonight.
I'm going to bring you a fire department hat next time we meet up.
Yes, tell me where to pick that up, and I'll come get it.
All right. We'll keep in touch.
All right, this is Kenny Calvin. We'll be right back after the break.
While your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Schools Federal Credit Union is here to be your lifelong financial partner. So while your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools is here to help. And if you live in Kern County, then you can bank with us. See, we're local just like you. So what we accomplish together benefits our entire community. Current Schools. Together, we have something special. Current Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. That's right. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. And did you know banking at Current Schools gives you access to over 30,000 ATMs nationwide? More than any big national bank can offer. Download the Co-op ATM Locator app to find an ATM near you. See, we're local, but we're local everywhere. Current Schools. Together, we have something
Freeway
special.
Chevrolet's first all GM benefit car show, Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown.
Okay, everybody, welcome back. This is the Red Carpet Halftime Show brought to you by Carpet Outlet Plus. Hope you enjoyed our two segments with retired Deputy Chief Tyler Hartley. I had kind of a homespun growing up here coming to the games. You went well into the servanthood that both of you guys do in this community. Thank you to Tyler. Appreciate you coming up here. His beautiful wife, Michelle. Looking at the numbers from the Lynch mob, Steve Lynch brought us these. Anything jump out and just say, hey, Kenny, talk about this?
No, it's right away. Carson Olevis, 3 punts for 140 yards. Averaging 46 yards a punt, one inside the 20. That's basically the key to a shutout. Great job flipping the field by Carson Olevis.
And there's so many times when you talk about the punter being like kind of the most valuable guy, or you use the punter as the go-to person in the discussion point, somebody might think, well, what's up with the offense? That's not the case here. Our offense is playing very, very well. They're capitalizing on it. And Jacob Irby gets off a plane 14 days ago or whatever it was. Now he's really starting to steer this offense and use his options. And when he's called upon to make big passes, does. And when he's called upon to use his legs, he's doing it.
Well, he's definitely not afraid of the moment. You know, he's doing some things that you definitely don't expect a second-week guy to be able to do. He's extending the play, moving the pocket, ran the option, which for the first time that caught me by surprise.
Faked the pitch.
Faked the pitch and kept it. Great job.
When we come back, Kenny and I will get ready for this third quarter. It's 17-0. You're watching the Red Carpet Halftime Show. If you are in that locker room right now, what are you telling your Renegades, Coach Judy?
I'm telling my Renegades to keep pinning their ear back and follow Jalen Simpkins to the promised land, because that kid is playing lights-out football. 6 tackles and 2 sacks through the first half. He almost had a strip, which I think should have been a strip fumble recovery for a touchdown. The kid is finding a way to disrupt offenses and put the defense on his back in certain moments to get them off the field, and that's been amazing. And you called it, man. I always say, I remember my first year, Francis would get mad at me, like, Kenny, quit saying you called it because you're the expert. You know you called it. I'm calling you out because you called Jalen Simpkins out as a player to watch. And since you said that, he's been like, okay, whether you know it or not, I'm going to make you watch me by being the best player on the field.
The West High Viking showing everybody what Kenny's talking about. When we come back, we'll be ready for the third quarter. We'll take a break here on Newstalk 1180 KERN, and of course, you're watching this on Bakersfield.com. Thanks for being with us.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game, Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Valitix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College Athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
Growth starts small, from a seed or an idea, or a plan for your future. And with the right tools, the right guidance, things start to happen. At Rabobank, we know about growth because we provide banking for communities grounded in agriculture, helping people like you and communities like ours thrive with the right banking solutions. It's why at Rabobank, we roll up our sleeves to go to work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
Okay, everybody, welcome Vance. welcome Vance. Welcome Vance back. You know what? I don't need to hear anything from anybody. Because I'll tell you what, way back in the old days, we didn't even have a plate up here, let alone now we have ribs, steak, pork chop, pizza, grapes, candy.
I'm spending the night.
You're right. It's like a camp out place. It's crazy up here. So welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm alongside Kenny Calvin. The boss tonight, as in every night, is Diana running the show for TBC, Bakersfield.com. Luis is the associate producer. When I referred to him as the IT guy, it was met with a glare, and he was quickly promoted to associate producer. Chris on the camera to the left of us, and to the right of us, it's Christian. Everybody back at the radio station at News Talk 1180 KERN. Great to have you with us tonight. Nice football game. Third quarter, the Renegades are going to start with the football. And here comes the kickoff to start it. They're up 17-0. It's a low one, and it's out of bounds.
Well, since they kicked it out of bounds, we got a quick break. How about that halftime meal provided by the BC Boosters down there? My teammates, Ram Martinez, Manning family down there.
Coop can go down there 6 more times. I don't care. He hasn't done a very good job spotting tonight, so he can just keep going down there. What we just ate right there.
Delicious, guys. I love y'all.
Man, high atop the Dameron deck, we are feasting. Here we go. 1st and 10. Renegades will have it at their own 35-yard line. Jacob Irby takes the snap, starts it off with Elijah Ortiz, has the football, and he's met at the line of scrimmage, shoved down pretty hard, maybe a gain of a yard.
Boy, and Nicholas Sid, the sophomore defensive lineman out of Linwood, is playing some pretty good football.
Yeah, he's close to an immovable force.
6'1", 315 out of Warren High School.
They gave him a yard, so it's 2nd and 9. Ball's at the 36. Looks like it might be an option. No, he bootlegs back over here, but can he outrun the defender? He cannot. Oh, a late hit.
I mean, he's hurt.
Oh, goodness. I thought for sure we were going to see a flag come out there, and I think the young man has a case. Jacob Irby was down, and a shot to the back. No flag, and the official was, I thought he was right there on top of it. He thought it looked like an option pitch to the right, but he reversed back here and came towards us, took a big hit, and as he was, let's say he was an inch away from being fully down, took a big shot to the back, so now it's 3rd and 8.
Huge shot. Trip set. Irby rolls right. Going up top to Jones. We got a step, and it's caught. Huge catch and throw. Shane Jones.
A bomb, an absolute long bomb. Our spotter Coop was calling it with no binoculars. He said he's there, and Jacob Irby rolls to his right and just nonchalantly flicks it 45 yards, and Shane Jones just kept running.
And the one thing that we noticed as we come back after the half, the wind has settled a bit, so the long throws are easier to catch. Great job by Irby and Jones to pull that in.
And Shane is so strong that if that ball is up for grabs 9 times out of 10, he's going to get it. Now Ortiz saying, thanks, I'll take it from here, and gets up to about the 7-yard line. A good, strong run on 1st and 10 from the 13. So this Renegade crowd starting to hum and buzz when it comes to their signal caller.
Well, I got to tell you, it was a heck of a job by that offensive line.
Sure
we
is.
talked about them pulling their guards earlier. We pulled our guard, and he leads Ortiz through that whole 5-yard gain.
And Kenny Eamon Sullivan, the offensive lineman left tackle from Centennial, protecting that blind side, did a great job. Now Ortiz on the left hip of Irby. The snap comes. He wants to throw. Thinks about firing it. Now he runs into trouble. He'll go down the line of scrimmage. Oh, another big hit right behind him. So he stays up just a hair too long on some of these runs, Kenny. He's taking some big shots to the torso.
Yeah, and I know Irby's doing his best to prove to the team, guys, hey, I'm tough, I'm going to be able to get there. But you got to do a better job protecting yourself because we need you, young man.
For as tough as you are, guess what's more important? Yeah, you playing.
Yes.
Just like Kenny said, we need you.
Shotgun double set. We got about a 3rd and 6, Vance.
15 on the play clock. So No manic rush to get any plays off. They're not trying to push the tempo much. Irby drops back. Looks like a little screenplay, but he's running out of options. Irby sees a lot of real estate, cuts back, picks up a nice block, hits corkscrew. He's running more and more, fires it, and almost completes it. He looked like Francis Osbury Tarkington from the Minnesota Vikings from years gone past. He was just spiraling and corkscrewing to try to keep the play alive.
Well, VP, it looked like we had a middle screen called, but the receiver on the bottom side ran a post instead of the slip screen, which would have been wide open.
And so the smartness of it all, if that's a word, is before he goes down, he just flings it close to a player and keeps it a 27-yarder to Jaeger for 3. The snap, the hold, the kick, it's up, and it is perfect. Boom! 20-0. Renegades up, 12:01 to go in this third quarter. We'll take a break and be right back on News Talk 1180 KERN and Bakersfield.com.
It's time to think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters. It's hard to think about.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Vance Palm alongside Kenny Calvin here. 12:01 to go in the third quarter. The Renegades up 20-0. And Kenny said something as we were going off the air for a second. You probably heard him. Time to give Nathan DeJager some love, and we're going to.
Oh, we got a live ball.
Trying to do an introduction about Nathan DeJager and his fantastic kicking that he's been doing, but the ball was bobbled on the kickoff return, and it was out there in no man's land for like 2 seconds. Nathan DeJager, if that ball's put down, he's putting it through.
Well, we talked about Carson so much that he goes unnoticed, but all he's done is continue to line up and put him through. I don't think he's missed a kick in about 3 weeks.
No jinxes here at Memorial Stadium. 1st and 10. Nate West. They start on the ground. It's a draw play, and it's a nice draw play, and they put it in the hands of Janelle Stedbury.
Nice job by that H-back with that trap block to create that Red C. They split it right down the middle right there.
We're just underway here in the third quarter. We have a bye week coming up, so we're off for 2 weeks.
What are you going to do with your week off, man?
Week off?
I know. What's that? Huh.
Kenny, what was in those ribs? Ooh, this strong, tough run by, again, the same young man, Janelle Sedbury. 1st down, Pirates. The Pirates at times have shown sparks of offense that have caused us to go, oh, look at this, that's nice. Oh, look at this. Their quarterback, Pete Mitchell, was hurt early or injured early, and he's been out the entire game. It's been Nate West trying to feel his way through against this BC defense. Another high snap. They stay on the ground again. Sedbury this time goes nowhere. Loss of 2 yards.
Well, and our defense basically took the words out of my mouth because we play a bend but don't break style. We'll allow you to do some things early, but then we adjust. You're not going to continue to run those same plays, and our defense does a great job getting some penetration right there through the A-gap. 3-yard loss.
Now, since they've come back out of the locker room at halftime, I can see Pete Mitchell in sweats and a T-shirt and headphones, so he is done for the evening, giving signals to Nate West, fellow sophomore, 2nd and 13. Option, they pitch it way back out in the flatlands. He's going to be in trouble, and it's big-time work and a quick tackle by JS. And I'll tell you what, Jalen Simpkins just kept sprinting and said, you're really going to pitch it to number 1? Okay, and got him for a big loss.
Well, one of the things I got to tell you, being a former defensive team captain on this football field, you take pride in leading. And right now we're seeing Jalen Simpkins become a leader of this team.
Great point, Kenny.
And leader of this defense.
That's a great point. He's roaming around the midsection of the football field. He sees that West wants to throw. Now Simpkins might go at him, and he just trips him up. He waited and was watching and eyeballing him, and the second he saw Nate West busted for the outside, the pursuit started, and Simpkins got enough of his ankle. So it was a 3-and-out the Pirates versus Jalen Simpkins.
And how about that job of Simpkins spying the quarterback, being patient, not blitzing and running upfield too fast, playing role responsibility. Sometimes guys on the defense, you get so excited. All you got to do is play your role, son.
Roberson definitely can return this if he gets a good bounce. It pops up, and it's going to go right into his hands at the 20-yard line. Cuts against the grain. Look out. Here comes Cam. Spins another one. Brought down the 36-yard line. He's one of those electrifying players that when he gets caught and goes down, the crowd lets out a collective,
oh man.
That's the kind of player that he is. 9:08 to go in this third quarter, 20-0 Renegades.
Yeah, some of the most special 6- and 8-yard runs I've ever seen in my life, man. Making 4 and 5 people miss within a 4-yard span.
So the big, strong offensive line jogs out for the Renegades. The receivers spread out. And the quarterback, Jacob Irby.
Impressed with Irby today.
Has one back there with him. It's Ortiz. They give it to him. Ortiz patiently looks for some ground, but he gets wrapped up at the 34-yard line. He actually might have lost a yard, make it 2nd and 11 here, under 9 to go in the third quarter.
Yeah, read option for Irby. And the one thing about that mesh point, as you're making the decision on keeping it or giving it, those defensive line and linebackers are still coming. Got to be quicker in the mesh point. Trips open set for Irby.
Irby takes a look over to the side. Ortiz now goes to his left hip. 3 receivers way out to the right side of the line of scrimmage. It gets eerily quiet for a moment. Irby drops back, lets it go, fires down the far side, and it is nearly intercepted. And a flag on the play, and I think Irby's finally going to get the call.
Holding.
It's a holding call. I thought they hit him late again. No, a holding call, but just for the historical knowledge, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, a 60-yard rope. So Elijah Ortiz trying to protect his quarterback. Held on there a little too long, but there's no getting away from the optics of seeing these long 60-yard passes. Wow.
Yeah, and that time Irby was just thrown to a spot. Luckily, that wasn't picked off. No, but those things will come later on down the line as he gets some reps. The bye week's going to be his best friend because it gives him an opportunity to learn the offense, settle in, get some practice with his guys, maybe have some one-on-one time with some of the receivers.
In motion, Chance Cooper, he's a decoy for Elijah Ortiz, and Ortiz swallowed up and thrown down quickly by Isaiah Dunston, 6'4", 280.
Yeah, their defensive line is playing some inspired football, and we've seen that out of our team at times when your offense just can't do anything, but your defense is doing the best job they can to give yourselves a shot. And right now, the Orange Coast College defense is doing a good job making it tough on us. 3rd and about 25.
Victor Solarian, 6'1", 250 out of New Jersey. He also wants a piece of Irby. Irby dodges one bullet. This time the ball stripped, and it's live, and it is going to be Pirate football. They're all over it. They're up and running off the field with it already, and it's Zeke Ailman again. And he's had a couple of big tackles, and he is not the biggest guy in the field at 6'3", 205. He's a lean guy, but, man, he was on it quickly. First down, Pirates.
Well, we talked about it, too. Eventually, it was going to catch up with Irby. He's trying to make plays. He's doing the best he can to keep plays alive, but you have to secure the football and keep it close to your body. I just said that the last drive. And like I told you, one of my former staff members used to hate when I say I told you so, but like we said, you got to protect the football. The defensive line late in the game, they're looking for opportunities.
1st and 10 for the Pirates. West, they want to stretch it out this way. They try to. They get successful for a moment, and almost a long break, but Corey Smith, and he's dinged up. Oh, just his shoe came off. Okay, so not a bad pickup, 6 yards. Ooh.
One thing I noticed on that play was number 70 of the Orange Coast offensive line, R.J. Gutierrez. He was down to the 4-yard line blocking the safety, getting out to the 2nd level. Their offensive line has been doing a pretty dang good job.
And the guy you're talking about, 6'5", 340.
Wow.
6'5", 340. Imagine that. Oh, but imagine this, a great, great effort up there close and early. Alex Bolden. Bolden, there's another name we haven't called tonight who's just a major presence out there, and now he's being known thrown for a loss.
Well, our defense has done a great job, backs against the wall all season. And right now it seems like they're putting their pride to the test again. 3rd and about 4. Let's see if your buddy Simpkins can make an outstanding play or if we can get a hand on something.
Troy Conway, the big 6 foot, 200-pound tight end, comes in for the Pirates on this 3rd and 3 package. West throws across his body, and it would have been a first down had he caught it, and it would have been a nice first down and more, but Isaiah Alonso out of Tustin High School had that one drop out of his fingers, and boy, that if he catches that and hits the right angle at that pylon, it would have been close, but doesn't matter. A field goal attempt now by Max Casper from Corona Del Mar High School, from Corona Del Mar, California. I don't know if there's a more California name than Max Casper out of Corona Del Mar. Now that dude is SoCal. A left footer, 38 yarder, and it's up, and it is good. Max got it, and there's a flag on the play.
It's going to be roughing.
Roughing the kicker?
Yep, because he didn't allow the kicker to come down after the kick.
On a 4th and 3.
On a 4th and 3. So the tough thing about it is if you're Orange Coast College, you finally have some points on the board, and now you might take them off.
Kenny, it's a very salient point you make. Hey, we're on the board, but actually we're going to just take the penalty. We don't have the points. However, of course, they move the ball up on a first down, and after roughing the kicker. So Max Casper did his job, put it through, and got a first down for the Pirates.
Toughest thing about coming off the edge as a corner, when you're going against a left-footed kicker, you hardly ever do, so you don't know where to launch.
Here's a new drive, and West wants to go to the air. Rolls out to his right, decides to run, gets brought down at about the 14-yard line.
Oh, and guess who made him roll out? Simpkins. Simpkins, if he's not getting to the quarterback, is creating pressure to the point to where he doesn't even have to make the play. He's just disrupting the play. Ricky Layton Y also there on the pressure. But it's just like we said.
It's another name. We haven't even called Ricky tonight, and it's not because he's not doing the job, but it's just so many guys. It's like an all-star roster, all 11 of them on defense.
Collective effort.
2nd and 7. Ball at the 15-yard line. Flags are flying. I think there was a lot of activity in that offensive line. It might come back. It does come back, so the Renegades will take that, move it back to a 2nd and 12.
Yeah, now you're putting yourself in the back outside of the red zone pretty much, or right at it. You've been struggling all day. You just took the 3 points off the board that you had. I smell something fishy in the air. Pick, strip, fumble.
Well, they have the big tight end there, Isaiah Alonso, and he's 6'5". Will they try to use him? They do not. Oh, a great effort to kick himself out, and as Ahmed, he tries to get to the back corner, and he comes down at the 12-yard line. So Ahmed Lewis, wow, he bumped into contact behind the line of scrimmage, corkscrewed it out, and picked up 9 yards.
Yeah, he got lost in there. Great job by the defensive line collapsing. And like I said this before, sometimes as a defensive tackle, if you're getting blocked, fall down. Don't continue to retreat and give ground. Fall down. At least you create a pile to where they have to go around you, and that's what happened. Trips open set.
Excellent stuff, Coach. Ahmad Lewis back there with West. West rolls to his right, has some time, some space if he uses it correctly, throws it, and he had to keep it low, incomplete, because there were 4 or 5 Renegades waiting around for it, and Justin Harrington thought he was going to do it again.
And just like I said, now you're putting your kicker back out on the field to try to get the 3 that you already had up there. Great job by the Renegade defense. Now you want to talk as captains, remind your corners, hey, adjust your launch point for this left-footed kicker. This is the first time you've seen him. Know where you're going.
So Max Casper back out there. And now this is going to be a 28-yarder. Low snap. Oh, they're in trouble. They're in trouble. They're in trouble. Fumble.
Oh,
on the ground.
You
Picked
see
up
what
at
I'm
the
saying?
24-yard line. Picked up at
And
the
guess who?
24-yard line. There is no flag. And ladies and gentlemen, it's Jalen Simpkins with an 80-yard pick up, scoop and go and gone. Boom! Renegades. Trouble on the snap, bobbled. They tried to do something with it. Then they took a big hit. The ball pops out, and Jalen says, the more Kenny keeps talking nice things about me, the more I'll do it. Gone. 80 yards, and the big fella has this place just going bonkers.
And guess who wished they kept their 3 points on the board? Head coach of Orange Coast College. It's one of the gifts in the curse of those 5-yard running into the kicker penalties, especially when you got blanks on the board. You definitely want to score points. But you line up to kick a field goal, trouble on the snap, scoop and score by your man, defensive MVP, Jalen Simpkins.
And not this young man, Nathan Diego, right through the middle of the uprights, and just like that, 27-0. What an incredible switch of destinies in about 30 seconds. We'll be back right after this. Kenny needs to take a breath.
While your financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account, as you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing
Current
matters.
Schools Federal Credit Union has been the local choice to meet your financial needs. And just because we're local, you can still take us wherever your travels or life may be. From online and digital banking to mobile check deposit, Current Schools is always a tap away. Current Schools. Together, we have something special.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and how about that change of events? You know, we hate to say we told you so, but they took the points off the board, and we're going to leave it like that. 27-0, Renegades.
Tim
Brown.
Brown, look at him. 36-yard line.
Ball is out. Ball came out. Saying down by contact, but the ball comes out as Tim Brown takes it across the 36-yard line. But VP, we got 4:16 remaining to play in the third quarter. How about that change of events from the last 3 minutes of play?
For those of you that might have just picked up your phone, your radio, your laptop right now, it's 27-0. But a short time ago, Orange Coast College Pirates put 3 on the board, but because the kicker that made the field goal was roughed up, they got another first down out of it. But then it ends up being a blocked field goal and a scoop and score by JS. And now the Pirates are going to have to muster up a mountainous effort of gumption to stay in this thing mentally, emotionally, physically, everything, because right now the Renegades have really put together a fantastic football game. You talk about capitalists. They have made the most out of the Pirates' mistakes.
Well, VP, I can't stop smiling because I'm so proud of these young guys because we've had a Jekyll and Hyde season. We talked about it at the break. One week we're playing fantastic. The other week we're not so much. But one thing that has been consistent is Jalen Simpkins' effort on the defensive side of the football along with everybody else.
3.5 left here in the third. Looks like a screenplay. Wes finally gets it out. Here's a nice developing play right here. But, oh, an even better play on defense. What a play by Ruben Cruz.
The play by Ruben Cruz tonight at the linebacker position has been something fantastic. And I don't know what Coach Bolden is doing in this meeting room, but I want to go sit in this week.
That was a nice little pitch screen out here, a pass screen out here to this near side. It looked like a sure first down, but Ruben Cruz just doing it, and a big contingent of Cruz fans below us letting everybody know it. And I saw Coach Bolden last night at the high school game I called, and I said, we ready to go? And he says, oh, yeah, we're ready to go. Yes, you are, Coach Bolden. West across the middle, and it is almost picked off again, and it would have been another one for Harrington. They are all over that football. They are hawking it, and the one that was there quickest was Stephen Marks, the BHS driller, and he made some quick moves to that ball, and it bounced around for a second, and you could hear the oohs and ahs of the Renegade faithful. That was almost taken to the house. Well, incomplete fourth down.
VP, that's probably like the 6th tip ball that we've seen from their receiver corps.
Hands everywhere.
Oh, these coaches got to be going crazy down there.
Okay, so Cam stands back at his 20-yard line. Here's the punt. A flag on the play as the ball was snapped. So let's see if Cam can do something with it no matter what. Looking for a spot. Roberson taken down to the 32-yard line, but a flag on the play back at the other 32-yard line. What do you think, Kay?
Maybe some of our guys lined up in the neutral zone, but it looks like it may be false start or illegal formation. Maybe the end guy didn't have him covered up.
And with Cam Roberson back there.
Illegal formation on the offense. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, illegal formation. You got your wide out who's just a gunner. He comes in. He probably hasn't played all day. He's supposed to check in with the official, say, I'm on the line, and he doesn't.
We'll take 5 yards to previous spot and re-kick.
Yeah, I'm saying with Cam Roberson out there, that's beautiful.
Yeah, we're not just gonna lay down. White hat, we're still gonna go.
Yeah, they'll repunt it again, and now Cam Roberson will scoot up 5 more yards. But just as we saw a field goal that gets taken off the board, now another punt is going to have to happen, and Cam's going to be saying, "Okay, there's only so many times you're going to get me." And I know he's looking at it from a numbers perspective, like, look, I'm breaking one soon.
Well, I'll tell you, I'm glad he's on my side, because if I was a punter having to face this guy every week,
well, 2 times in the last minute.
Man.
You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
They got to go back and do it again. And now Cam's moved up to the 30.
You know, we got some amazing football moms. Cam Roberson's mom, Jennifer, is one of our biggest football moms and supporters.
Oh, look out. It is a low one, and Cam said, thank you very much. From the 25, can he make something happen? He gets to the outside, nice block, flag on the play. And so Pirates might have ended up the better of this, actually. It looks like it's going to be on the Renegades. So that was a low punt, like 20 feet off the ground the whole way. I thought it was perfectly set up for a Cam Roberson moment.
Yeah, their punter has done a great job getting them off, because we've had some pressure, even been close to blocks a couple times. 2:34 remaining to play in the third, Vince.
So it was a holding call on Adrian Rowell. We'll move it back a little bit.
Man, I'm still feeling sorry for my man Adrian Rowell. We talked about the Kids and Cleat campaign. Andre Rowell, Adrian's father, is one of our sponsors. I know he's looking forward to that touchdown. We got to get him some cleats with longer spikes. Read option to Martin.
When this Pirate defense is able to get off correctly and figure things out in an instant, they're pretty tough.
Yes, their defensive line has played great. Really, their defense has played pretty well overall. They just haven't been able to do much on the offensive end to keep their guys off the field. And Irby has made some amazing plays to get the scores that we have had. Trips left.
We dip below 2 minutes right now. 2nd and 12 for the Renegades. Irby stands back, throws out here to the near side, a little bit over the outstretched fingertips of Chance Cooper, incomplete.
And that's a name we haven't said much today, Cooper. Little flood route with Cooper, running that 7-yard second level out. You got the outside guy clearing with Cooper in the slot, trying to just give him an opportunity. Ball just sailed a bit on Irby. Now we're going shotgun double set.
Irby's back to the flagpole and the BC logo. They're in the back of the horseshoe, heading downtown. Irby drops back on the far hash, has a ton of time, flicks it out to the far side, and it is caught out there. A nice pitch and catch to Zach Hartsfield. About a 10-yard game, but it was 3rd
Oh, we got
12.
a flag, maybe roughing.
They hit Irby. They've been going after Irby all night. They got him on this one, and, man, that ball had been gone for a while.
Yeah, because I definitely didn't even see a Orange Coast Pirate within 2 yards when the ball was released.
The aforementioned number 91, Victor Solarin, the sophomore, 6 foot 250 out of Newark, New Jersey. I'm like you, Kenny. It was the last call I expected. He had already gotten rid of the ball.
Well, you can bet frustration is starting to set in for these guys, because they've played pretty well on the defensive side of the football. And now they're down 27-0, and it's 1st and 10.
A run play, Ortiz, and he's trying to get out of trouble, and he finally does, and they are running after him 3-4 yards out of the sidelines, and a couple of words being exchanged between Isaiah Martin, Elijah
Archer.
Ortiz, and some of the other Pirate players, like, hey, man, how's it going? You enjoying the game? How's everything all right? What about that 3 you guys wiped off the board? Oh, yeah? Okay, here we come.
Oh, man. Those are the things that keep coaches up for weeks.
Well, it's a 27-point game, but that's a 10-point swing. So,
yes,
you're looking at a 17-point game about 3 minutes ago. Now it's 27-point game. I say that because they didn't get the field goal. So here we go on a 2nd and 12. Jacob Irby stands on the near hash right below us at the 40-yard line, heading south. Drops back, has a great pocket, floats one out to the far side, and it is dropped. Chance Cooper almost had it. It would have been an amazing catch had he made it. He was running out of real estate, but Irby floated one out to the 25-yard line, opposite side of the field by the Renegade sidelines, and Chance almost pulled that in. That would have been an amazing tiptoe dive, a tiptoe dive.
Well, one of the jobs I miss most is college recruiter. And if you're a college recruiter and you're sitting watching Irby throw from the left hash, he throws a post corner to the opposite side of the field. That's like a 50-yard throw. That was a nice ball.
You talk about stretching a defense out.
That was nice.
So now it's 3rd and 12, quarterback's delight. Drops back again, does the same thing. This time throws it over the middle, overthrows, but a hit.
Yes.
And that's going to be a targeting call. I know the coaching staff from Orange Coast College does not agree. And Isaac Soto out of La Habra is going to be called for targeting. And Chance Cooper, I believe, still could have made that catch.
Yeah, Chance saw him beaming down on him. But what's being called right there,
Number 18 in the defense. Got 15-yard penalty. He punched off on the previous spot.
I don't know if it's pass interference. I think it may be a miss.
Well, let me quickly say that it was Gasper Atencio. I just want to clear that up. Gasper Atencio was not the aforementioned Isaac Soto.
Maybe on the backside. He may have been held by the backside guy. I didn't see that angle. I thought they were calling
they were calling 24 for it. Okay. So 1st and 10. Now they quickly strike on the ground, but just as quickly was a great play by Michael Archer, the linebacker out of Moreno Valley, and he made a quick tackle from behind. No gain, even a loss.
Well, I'm noticing more and more after every snap. More extracurricular stuff going on after the snap. Be important for the coaches to remind guys not to be duped into penalties.
The Renegades will need to get one play off before the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 2nd and 11. Ball's at the 40-yard line of the Pirates. And here's another one, and he's just overthrowing guys. It's incomplete. It was intended out there for Zach Hartsfield, but these passes are just over the fingertips of these intended receivers. Now brings up a 3rd and 11.
Yeah, but he's doing a great job putting it where only his guy can get it.
True.
You definitely want to give your guy the best opportunity to catch it or none at all. Coach is letting him sling it. 31 seconds remaining to play. They're going
up 27-0. Playbook starting to becoming a little bit more liberal. Irby will screen play out to the far side, and it's Elijah Ortiz. He just runs out of real estate and goes out of bounds, so it'll be 4th and long. And that should wrap up this 3rd quarter, 27-0. The Renegades playing a superb capitalistic football game tonight. What's been given to them, they've taken and said, we'll make more of it. Boom, 27 points, a lot of them on turnovers, and that's the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back. News Talk 1180, KERN, and Bakersfield.com. Renegades up big now.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
It's Three-Way Chevrolet's first all-GM benefit car show. Saturday, October 6th, 8:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. on the lot at 4501 Weibel Road. All registration fees will benefit the Alliance Against Family Violence and Sexual Assault. Trophies awarded at 3 p.m. for Best Custom Paint, Best Build, and Best in Show. Music, prizes, and barbecue for sale to benefit the Centennial High School football program. Visit Three-Way Chevrolet or our Facebook page for more details and registration. Selection, savings, service, and family fun at Three-Way Chevrolet, your hometown dealership.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require
believe it's back to punt. As we begin this fourth quarter. Oh,
ball's on the ground.
Ball's loose.
Fumble and a flag.
Yeah, we're going to get hit with the catch interference penalty right there, I will believe. But the Renegades up 27-0, 14:51 remaining to play. And VP, I was going to tell you something.
Tell me.
You know, usually on the road, I get Shanti, she rolls with me. But they got their family reunion in town, and guess where it's at?
Hodell's.
Hodell's.
Give Hodell's a little love.
I'm headed right to Hodell's as soon as I leave. Hopefully they got something laid out there for me. Some of that rice pilaf.
Yeah, hey, get on the way out, get the full-on 9 things of rice pilaf on the way out for me.
Yeah, we're going to take Trevor.
Trevor's the one that shows the whole world on Facebook that he's the world's greatest barbecue artist, yet 0 comes up to the top with him. Matter of fact, he came up here and ate our barbecue. Wait a second. Hey, everybody, check out my Facebook page where I'm barbecuing, and I'm not going to give Vance and Kenny any, but I'm going to go up on top and eat theirs. Love you, T-Horn. Yeah,
Oh,
no, I know.
delicious.
Well, we know about it. We've heard about it. How about this on a 1st and 10? Oh, what a big hit. Oof.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, I got to tell you, if you haven't had an opportunity to see this Renegade defense play, yeah, we're 2-2 on the year. Look like we're going to be headed to 3-2 if we can finish this quarter out. But
we all believe it's 4-1.
This defense has played lights out football and very inspiring. Single high safety look for the Renegades, 40 even front.
2nd and 7. West gets out of trouble, but runs back into Moore and actually loses 3 yards. It's going to go back to the original line of scrimmage, and a late flag, late whistles, all the way on the Renegade sideline from the line judge next to the Renegade coaches.
Let's see what they come up with. Game's getting a little bit sloppy in this second half. A little emotion.
Start the 4th quarter. Stephen Lynch, the Lynch Mob, is up here. Trevor Horn is with us. Christian on the right camera. The associate producer, Luis. Our south camera is Chris, and our boss, our director, is Diana, and we have a phenomenal group of great family and friends that come up once in a while, like Tyler Hartley and his beautiful wife, Michelle. Great interview. A cameraman who will not be named. I never give out his name. I work about 40 events a year with him.
That's my guy.
Look at that big first down carry by Gus Serafino out of Louisville High School in Iroquois High, Kentucky.
Say that 3 times quick. Shotgun spread formation for Orange Coast College, but they're consistently trying to run the football. Gives them the best opportunity to move the chains.
1st and 10. Oh, a nice pass play right into the seam of the defense, and it's going to be a first down right between the hash marks at midfield. A quick pitch and catch out there to Jordan Clark out of Eureka High School in St. Bernards, California.
One thing Orange Coast is doing, they're staying within the context of their offense. They're still running the football, which gives them a realistic opportunity to run, play, action, pass, and it works. The tough thing is that they're not able to convert later in drives.
1st and 10. But this time sniffed out by that front force of the Renegades, and Alex Bolden into the action. You also get Holden Williams. So Holden, come on, that's too good.
And then you got Mr. T, Jason Thomas. He's quietly had a good solid year.
You're right.
Team captain, one of our guys that we interviewed on the first day of media day. True team leader.
Looks like a 2nd and 12. Just underway in the 4th quarter. A lot of activity around the handoff. There was some traffic by players going in motion, and that almost was a disaster. Ended up in another loss of a yard. A little bit too much trickeration behind the line of scrimmage without it being a pass play. I mean, I can see if it was play action, but.
Well, VP, we talked about that a little bit in our game that we did last week, where sometimes when you're doing that option style mesh point stuff, that can be just as dangerous as dropping back and passing it every time.
It's hard to change lanes in downtown New York City. And when it's really busy in there, you got to be, really sharp with that football. And there's a lot of bodies around that. So then they go to an empty set. Wes will have to throw, and he connects. Do they give it to him? No, they say he one-hopped it. It's incomplete. It would have been a first down, Troy Conway, but he came up short with it. So 4th and 15, Renegades defense holds, and Cam Roberson walks out at the 20-yard line.
Time and time again, we see the defense give up a first down. They bend a little bit, but then all of a sudden, it's like they talk to each other and they communicate like, hey, guys, tighten up. Let's get these guys off the field. Time and time again. So impressive by this defense.
Okay, Cam's moved back to about the 15-yard line.
I want to see something special for Cam just to get his spirits up. Hasn't had a great job or a great year numbers-wise receiving the football, but doing a fantastic job returning punts. Won't get a chance to return this one, but, just talking about Cam, I looked at numbers from a receiving perspective. He has about 14 catches, way below his normal output of last season. Definitely can do more, but I think more than anything, it's not about his production. It's about the weapons that we've added. We got Shane Jones. We got, a little bit of inconsistency in the quarterback to where we haven't been able to get the ball downfield. Today has done that. That's why he's been in the end zone today as well.
And Cam Roberson, by all accounts, will go into a 13-day rest period, feeling good and feeling healthy. So get ready for conference play with Cam. The punt was not able to be returned because it bounced down to the 16-yard line. And look at this. They hand the ball off to Cam behind the line of scrimmage. Can he make something happen? A
nice
big block for the
Herbie.
quarterback. The quarterback makes a nice block. Now Cam gets loose, and he's up to the 34-yard line. So a great block by Jacob Irby. And Cam Roberson did all the rest. He needed one block. He got one block, and he picked up a huge first down.
Well, the most exciting thing about that play after the block by Irby is watching him celebrate that he blocked for his special guy.
He's a renegade.
He's a renegade now. His family.
1st and 10. We're going to dip below 11 minutes here in 4 seconds. Irby trying to get out of trouble, cannot get out of trouble. Trevor Horn. Smile, buddy.
Well, I got to say, we talked about Irby being thrown into the fire last week after Medina went down. Came out, had one of the most forgettable quarters, fourth quarters that you could have in your first game. But tonight he's come out and like, hey, guys, let me show you what I'm about. I didn't know the playbook last week. Looks like we got something special on our hands.
They go right over to Shane Jones, but Shane Jones is picked up quickly. He's in trouble. He gets thrown for a loss. They threw right into where the defensive Jacob Brown was waiting. Brown out of Arlington, California, went to Riverside High School. They said, wow, you throw it right here, I'll get him, even if it is Shane Jones. Loss of 5 yards on that play. You out of here? T. Horn, love you, buddy.
Trevor Horn, one of my mentors.
Hey, tell
in this broadcast world.
Tell hashtag Better Horn we said hi. 3rd and 15, Kenny. Irby looks to the sidelines. What do we have set up here?
Well, we got double set. Be interesting to see if we try to go after the slot matchups. Irby steps up into the pocket and goes after the slot matchup, but it's overthrown. That's going to bring out Olevis. Gives him an opportunity to stretch that average.
If I was a fly on the wall at the offensive meetings this week, and it's complete conjecture and just a guess that I'm making, what I see, what I can discern from this, or deduce, I should say, is that they probably said, hey, look, feel your way around out there, and if there's nothing open, don't force anything. Get rid of it, toss it out. You don't have to make heroic plays, and I think right there we saw him step out of the pocket into kind of a little safety area for just a second, saw maybe a possibility, but said, nah, let me just throw this out of bounds. And they probably have said something to the effect of, look, just start feeling your way around here.
Well, we got a great coaching staff.
Oh.
We definitely, as Carson booms that one for about 50.
And
but getting back to the coaching staff, I had a chance to talk to Coach Dean earlier, and he's one of the most even-keeled guys I've ever seen from an emotion standpoint. He doesn't get real emotional either way. You know, and it's an opportunity for him to settle down into himself too. You know, and take some of the pressure off some of these young guys and put them in a better situation to be successful.
Excellent point. Stephen Marks had a really nice football game. Have we come up with a name with our award yet?
The
associate producer, that's what an associate producer does, comes up with names for our MVP award of the evening, you know. Long pass to the sidelines down here didn't happen because tonight would be a hard night to pick the MVP award. There's a lot going on tonight.
Well, not for me. I just got to be honest with you, man. The way Jalen Simpkins has continued to play on the defensive side of the football is inspiring. Yes, Jacob Irby has come in. We definitely want to give him credit for stepping in and coming to his own. But when it comes down to leadership from start to finish, from the beginning of the season till now, Jalen Simpkins is playing like a man-child.
Justin Harrington having a whale of a football game. West throws to the right side.
It is
and it's
picked off.
It's intercepted. He overthrew his receiver, and it's L.J. Early. Early could be a candidate this evening.
The secondary has 3 interceptions tonight. We can give it to the whole defense if we wanted to, for that matter, because this is going to be the second straight home shutout if we can finish this quarter.
I was going to wait. I wanted to wait till the fourth quarter to bring that point up. If I started talking like that in the third quarter, it's like, hey, dude, a lot of football left. You're not getting to the fair that quickly. Hold on. So now we're 9:13 left in the fourth quarter. If this defense holds, we're talking 54 plus 27, 65.
Wow.
That's a lot of points.
Well, right here, I like sudden change. Don't be surprised if Irby goes up top.
Far hash. No, they give it to Ortiz. They stretch it out, and he runs into a crowd of Pirates for a 5-yard loss. Almost like just like let's just keep this clock running, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like you said. There's a lot of football left to be played. You don't want to get careless. Definitely want to get an offensive line opportunity to do well. But like we said, this defensive line of Orange Coast College, they continue to do a good job against the run. Ortiz definitely hasn't had a great game from a running standpoint. He's done some good things in pass protection and overall team stuff, but they're doing a good job on him.
2nd and 16. Irby drops back, has a ton of time, floats one down the far side, and it is caught. Touchdown. Look at this. Adrian Rowell. Boom! He was able to come back and leave a more positive moment in everybody's mind. We said he'd get another opportunity, and he did. A long, long bomb to number 1. Touchdown, Adrian Rowell.
Well, hey, VP, he almost stumbled again on that 5-yard line. I was like, no, don't fall again. But
I would have run down there and just helped him get in. That was an unbelievable pass.
Well, VP, I think I might have to take my words back because I think Irby just went over 200 yards passing with that last touchdown pass for his 2nd touchdown passing, 3rd total touchdown of the game. Talking about coming out party.
DeJager's PAT is good. It's 34-0. For those of you that maybe just be getting to your radio, smartphone device, whatever it is that, and however it is that you watch or listening to us, earlier in the game, Adrian Rowell, the Stockdale Mustang, ran a beautiful route right through the middle of the football field. Irby hit him in stride, and he was gone, and he was almost in the end zone, and this beautiful Kern County grass got him, and he fell down, and the crowd just said, no! But we even talked about the fact that, hey, he's going to get another shot, and right now he just did on another 50-plus yarder from Irby, and this time he danced into the end zone and said, touche.
Yeah, and I was worried, man, because he stumbled on that 6-yard line. I was like, oh, and I gotta check with Andre and see if it's a Darian Rowell or Adrian Rowell. I'm gonna send a text message in a second.
Oh, it's a Darian. I've messed it up more than a few times. A Darian Rowell, and up against the grain here.
Oh!
And a nice hit out there by Justin Harrington, but again, a Darian Rowell, called his name a million times, not Adrian, a Darian. So Rowell, right now, he just wants to make sure the last name is right because that's a big touchdown.
Yeah, and he's probably averaging about 30 yards a catch now after that one. So he's like, hey, I might have missed out on 2 touchdowns, but I got the highest average.
So a circus tackle made by Justin Harrington had Tim Brown in the air, upended. 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. 8:23 to go here in the football game. 34-0. The Renegades playing a really good football game, and this is a big team-up tackle. Renegades, 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, and it looks like we're starting to rotate some bodies in now with a little bit more cushion.
We talked about this with the medicine man. Let's wait and just see how this game plays out before we start talking bye week too much into the specifics of it, because we didn't really know the outcome of the game yet. But now that we can see, it looks like the Renegades are going to get one here as they go into a 13-day stretch. They have such positive vibrations, momentum. They're getting other guys on the field. They got other guys on the field last 2 weeks ago up here. Feeling good to be a Renegade right now. West wants to throw. Ball batted down.
And that's the one thing about teams continuing to put the ball in the air. We've already picked it off 3 times. We're getting a hand on it every 3rd time.
And the freshman, Angel Baez, a 6'4", 270-pound East Bakersfield High Blade, wears number 55. He is going at it right now, and he wants some more. And we just see Jaquez Simpkins, the West High Viking, come off and do a big high-five session with his teammates. Some new Renegades out there right now with 7.5 to go here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 10 for the Pirates.
Yeah, and the secondary is hungry. 40 even front, we're bringing pressure. We got a fade.
Oh, wow. What a catch. Goodness, a 40-yard bomb down the far side. Over the shoulder, Willie Mays, 1st down.
Well, I got to tell you this. I'm surprised they haven't done that more often, because if you've watched Renegade football over the last 3 weeks, if there's any spot that you can say that you can go after, it may be Abdil Richards on that side. He's been the focus of a lot of attention of offensive coordinators, and that's the first fade we've seen against him.
1st and 10, all of a sudden they're at the 35-yard line. It's a run play, and they put it back in the hands of the dangerous Ahmad Lewis. We saw some stuff he did early in the 1st quarter that made us think, hey, 29's going to get the rock quite a bit.
Yeah, and as we said, we've had some shifts in personnel on the defense, getting some second-string guys in. If you're one of those starters, you want to remind those guys that just came on the field, hey, we're still trying to get this shutout. Don't take anything lightly. Focus, guys.
2nd and 2. They're at the Renegade 27-yard line. 6.5 to go here. The game in hand for the Renegades. All about execution now. For the Pirates of Orange Coast College, they want to get on this board. West drops back. He's been the quarterback since late in the 1st quarter. He likes to run and throw to his left side. He does, and it is caught. And you would have thought that C.J. Williams, after that catch, would have just stepped out of bounds. But they moved the sticks anyway on the 1st down. So we've seen it all night. Nate West likes to roll and throw across his body going to his left.
Yeah, and I'm looking at our defense right now, and I want to say there's probably only 2 starters on the field, which means coach is starting to give the 2nd string and 3rd string guys an opportunity to play, but you still want to play with some pride.
Joseph Hauser out of Stockdale in. West has a man, and it is caught. It's a touchdown pass. The goose egg off the board.
And he's hurt. West
and
is hurt.
They got him. They got his hand. They got his hand when he threw it. Nate West let go of it. I think he might have hit it on a helmet. So his right hand, throwing hand, is banged up, and that's a touchdown for the Pirates with 5:58 to go in the 4th quarter.
Well, what's funny about that is the receiver, number 27, C.J. Williams, he wasn't even sure if he caught it. He looked back after the play was over.
Is it good?
Was it good? Was it good?
Yeah, you got it, young man. Okay. Here's the PAT by Max Casper. His name's been spoken this evening, and it's good. So 34-7, they get on the board, and we'll be back right after this 4th quarter action here at Memorial Stadium.
W.A. Thompson Distributing proudly supports Bakersfield College athletics. W.A. Thompson has been delivering quality beverage products to Kern County businesses for over 60 years. With great beer comes great responsibility. Please enjoy our products responsibly, and always remember, 21 means 21. W.A. Thompson Distributing salutes BC football. Thanks for following the Renegades on the radio, and go Gates!
So while you're financial life may start out with a Rocky Raccoon account. As you grow, we'll be with you every step of the way. From your first car and everyone thereafter, to investing in your family's future, to buying that special house you'll call home. Current Schools. Together, we have something special. So while your financial life may...
Welcome back to BC Renegade football with the Renegades up 34-7 over Orange Coast College. Finally found their way into the end zone off a skinny post. Now they're kicking deep. It's going to be Jones or Ortiz. Penalty markers down. Still a little extracurricular stuff going on as well. We got a hat going. That might be an extra flag. And that's gonna be a personal foul. More than likely. Versus the Renegades.
Kenny,
I was just joining us. Go ahead.
Sorry,
B.
I was putting my headphones on. I was getting my phone charged, and I watched it without my headphones, and we could see the hold, and I was going to say, I could hear the crowd going, hey, hey, hey.
From the spot of the foul. Also, after the play, unsportsmanlike. Number 81.
Yep.
Yeah.
The receiving team. We're going to go half distance on that one. First down.
So Bishop Maxwell getting called for the roughing stuff.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that a couple minutes ago. Game's getting a little late, emotions flying a little bit, but you still have some guys playing with pride on the Orange Coast side. They're not just going to lay down. And a Renegade or two went double-teamed the guy and kept him on the ground.
So if it holds, we go into the bye week at 3-2. We have some time off, and then we'll be on the road October 13th at Ventura. If things go well there, 1-0 in conference, we will meet up with Long Beach City the next Saturday on the road. If things go well there, we will be brought home to a rousing homecoming in the celebration of the national championship team. And that would be one special Saturday, so let's make sure we keep that in our minds as well. So,
VP, we got a quarterback change.
Yes, we do. We have a new quarterback out on the field. It's Jeffrey Middleton, sophomore, the 5'11", 170-pounder from Atascadero High School over in Atascadero by the coast. We've seen him this season sparingly, and he has Isaiah Martin back there with him, but a couple of backs back there with him, offset and an eye.
Yeah, pistol eye formations with the Twins to the west side. They go ISO.
They give it to Martin. Martin plows his way into the middle of the football field between the hash marks at least, about the 13-yard line. The clock continues to tick, so the Renegades are going to get out of here with a nice home win to finish the preseason. And hopefully Fred Smith and his team work on these guys and work with these guys for a healthy 13 days.
That's
or
gonna
at least
be key.
10 of them.
Definitely going to be key. It's going to be interesting to see what happens when Medina comes back too, because you know he's been pretty successful as a Renegade quarterback, running the helm, and now you got Irby, who's had a coming out party, 3 touchdowns.
Imagine the dual threat of two really talented, different types of quarterbacks for Coach Dean to work with.
Exactly. It just opens up our playbook that much more. Now we're going to see Olivas come out as the Renegades fail to convert on that third down. But I'm excited. You know, we talked about it. We could easily be 5-0. You know, really feel like we should be 4-1
Definitely
minimum.
4-1.
You know, but we're going on 3-2. Time to focus.
Mount Sac, that was Mount Sac.
Yeah.
The other 4, we're believing in our minds, should be wins. But it is what it is if we go out of here 3-2 and really get ready for a great, great game October 13 at Ventura. Oliva stands in the end zone. Lets one go. It's a low one, and it takes an Oliva's bounce. So he kicked it at the goal line. So that would be a 64-yarder.
This guy is great on accident.
And he jogs off to some of his buddies, giving him a hard time. Says, hey, 64 yards is 64 yards, guys. Get off me. 3:28 remains here in the fourth quarter. I'm Vance Palm. I've got Kenny Calvin with me, Christian on camera to the right, Luis, Diana, Chris, thank you to everybody, Coop, our spotter, and more than a spotter. He was down there haranguing Barbecue out of the Helmet Club group. Thank you, Coop.
Know what else Coop did today? Coop joined our sponsors team for the kids in cleats. So we said for the pair of cleats that Coop gave us, we're going to have them autograph them.
There you
for
go.
the kid that we give them to, and they're not going to have any idea that they got a UCLA legend to sign their shoes. Salute, Coop.
Coop will be on the road with myself and possibly El Gato on the way to Ventura. You never know. Little Noah Paul might be joining us. How about this pass down the sidelines? And
Great job.
Almost a great catch by C.J. Williams. Williams almost made fantastic catch.
But know what I like about that play? I talked about it last week, Vince. As defensive backs, when you see that ball, you got to fight through the wrist, and that's what Figures did to the Shagri of Williams, who gave him dap at the end. Like, man, great job, man, fighting through the wrist, because that should have been complete.
3rd and 6 instead at the 40-yard line. They're 10 yards away from being on the first down. Being at the 50-yard line. West has time.
again.
Wow, he has a ton of time, and has a man open. Oh, wow, a big first down down at the 23-yard line. Took a big hit at the end, but the big hit that Stephen Marks put on him was well after a big first down. Huge chunk of yards, and the Pirates looking to put another one up here late in the fourth quarter.
Great design as they go play action, roll right, look off the safety, and throw back left. C.J. Williams, pretty impressive, and one of the only guys that's playing with some heart. Not surprised to see Coach giving him the ball for Orange Coast.
And the Maple Valley High School sophomore Nate West also playing a really nice football game on short notice. Hey, you're in. But look at this.
Oh.
He shakes another tackle. He better get rid of it soon. He can feel him on his back. He throws it and incomplete. So Nate West ran a long, long ways incomplete.
Yeah, when you had Nick Maiden beaming down on him, gave him a little wiggle. Got to speed your feet. Right before contact, young guys, if you're listening, don't get to a guy and just go dead-legged and stop your feet. You have to continue to speed the feet to be able to change direction, because you don't know which way he's going. He knows. You don't. Speed the feet.
More Kenny Calvin every week on the Renegade Report. Love it. 2nd and 10. Little pitch out to the far side. And Ellis with the pitch and a big hit at the end of it. He lowered the boom out there. So Dadrian Ellis, and he let Abdul Richards, our Renegade, know, I'm not done running.
Yeah, they're definitely playing with some pride in this. You know, I talked about being a recruiter earlier and the things that you like to watch in games that are already decided. You watch effort and intensity of guys that can want to continue to compete no matter what the scoreboard says. And you're seeing a lot of that out of Orange Coast. Definitely a reflection of a well-coached team, no matter what their record says.
1st and 10, in motion, right in front of everybody. And the ball.
Oh, it's picked off!
It's intercepted at the 3-yard line. Another deflection. Hey, everybody, if you're a Renegade fan, you're loving this. At the 40, at the 30, it's Justin Harrington, another deflected interception.
Yes!
And it's the Renegades. Boom! Touchdown. 95-yarder for Justin Harrington. Woo! And that, my friends, is how you can really mess up the MVP award for the night, because now Harrington is telling Jalen Simpkins, dig this, my man. That's some serious yards. 95-yard deflected interception, gone.
2 defensive scores.
Three
defensive scores. Sorry. How about that? We just tried to give the defensive MVP to one guy. We got to give it to the whole unit.
Here's the PAT by Jaeger. It's up and it's through. Hits the flagpole. Wow. That's how perfect it was. It hit the flagpole behind the field goal post. We'll take a short break. How about this? 41-7. The Renegades hold off the second attempted score and go 95 yards on a scoop and score. Wow.
Renegade fans, mark your calendars for the 2018 BC football homecoming game Saturday, October 27, 6 p.m. against the East LA Huskies. The 1988 National Championship BC football team will be honored at halftime, and after the game, be sure to stick around for a special fireworks show over Memorial Stadium. You're not going to want to miss this one. Buy your tickets now by visiting Valitix.com or by calling 1-888-825-5484. Go Gays!
Well, with 1:34 left, we call this thing way up top on the dammer deck, and Kenny and I lean over the edge, basically. If you're afraid of heights, you wouldn't dig how we called the game. I'm having to hold Kenny back. If he had a cape or some kind of one of those flying suits, he would have jumped off and just landed down on the turf, on the field, on the grass, because another defensive score.
Man.
And if you thought Jalen Simpkins' scoop and score from the 25 was good on a blocked field goal, how about our man Justin Harrington out of Southeast Raleigh High School from Raleigh, North Carolina, a 95-yard interception return to the house. And now, with 1.5 left in the football game, it's all Renegades, and it has been a dream night for Kenny Calvin with defensive scores.
Well, VP, I've been asking for games like this since my first broadcast 2 years ago.
Sure have.
You know, because when your defense puts points on the board, it takes so much pressure off the rest of the guys, and it makes it
this new quarterback.
Yes, new quarterback. Team getting off the schneid, coming off a loss on the road. We're back home in front of our fans, going into a bye week. But how about this? I can't even remember how many interceptions, but all have been off tipped balls, either thrown forward, in front of, or behind.
An active defense. The Pirates, not stopping. There's a nice long run, about an 18-yarder by Gus Serafino. Picked up the first down. Hurry-up offense by the Pirates. We will take a break at the very end. We'll step away for a moment, and we'll come back with somehow we'll come up with our MVP award name. We're going to put a name together in the break. There's no pressure right there, is it?
Man.
And who will we give it to? And what will they get?
We could come up with something.
We're going to dip below a minute right now, and it looks like they'll take the play with about 10 to 8 seconds left here. They stay on the ground again. I think there's a nice exchange between the linemen, like, all right, let's not do anything crazy here. We're going to run here. We want to get out of here. There's 40 seconds. We got to get on the road. And really, there's a difference of about 4 seconds. I wouldn't be surprised if the Pirates they may run one more play. They might take a penalty, but you never know. They're going to have to run it. It's a 4-second difference, and that's going to do it. It's going to be a 41-7 victory unless the Pirates do something really, really, really interesting here. I formation. We've got 10 on the play clock. They just go ahead and run it right there, and that's going to do it. The ball is taken down at the 50-yard line. And with 7 seconds, and it's ticking off, a 41-7 big win for the Renegades. BC wins. What a big one tonight. Boom! When we come back, we will have a name for our award. We'll have a winner of our award. And we will wrap up tonight and get ready for a game in 2 weeks. Hope you've been enjoying this on News Talk 1180 KERN and Bakersfield.com. When we come back, some more fun here with Kenny and I.
Rabobank delivers banking and financing for businesses grounded in agriculture, helping our customers learn from our knowledge, utilize our resources, and connect with our networks. It's all part of providing the right financial solutions at the right time. Because you work the land, we work for you. We're Rabobank. Let's talk.
Think about winter with the leaves and pumpkins laying about, but it won't be fall forever. So swing by the fall tire sale at Les Schwab through October 31st. The sale may be seasonal, but our service is here forever. Les Schwab Tires. Doing the right thing matters.
From the growers and winemakers to the tasting room staff, sales teams, and business owners, wine is an iconic image of California. At Rabobank, we know that viticulture and enology are an important part of the Golden State's business climate. They're industries in which growing businesses require a financial partner who understands the unique challenges they face every day. As one of the world's largest lenders to the wine industry, Rabobank provides local expertise, access to a global financial network, exclusive research, and educational resources. We're committed to nurturing and investing in California's wine network. We are Rabobank, driven to do more for the people and communities we serve.
Welcome back, everybody. Vance Palm here alongside Kenny Calvin, our entire crew. A 41-7 win for the Renegades, and it has been a pleasure to call this game tonight. High atop the Dameron deck, an unbelievable, beautiful sunset, and then a cool breeze. We both have our sweatshirts on. It's turning into fall football here, and a big win by the Renegades. Kenny, your thoughts tonight on a 41-7 victory?
Well, more than anything, I know I'm a defensive guy, but I got to be totally transparent and honest. How about that performance by Jacob Irby in his full week as a Renegade starting quarterback? You know, there's a lot of pressure put on the offense to have some kind of output from a passing perspective. We haven't done a good job getting the ball downfield. And I want to say tonight, Irby maybe over 200 yards passing, but also had a touchdown on the ground as well. But not to discount that defense, 3 scores, multiple turnovers, maybe 3 to 4 interceptions, sacks to the house, picks to the house, scoops and scores. I mean, this is a total package tonight.
Talked about Coach Dean being able to stretch out those defenses now and go into the toolbox and go into to making some new decisions with a new approach and having the weapons to do so with 2 weeks to kind of work things out and prepare and get to a new plateau for the Ventura game. Your thoughts on this break now as we go into it?
Well, it's going to be interesting because, like you know, if you've listened over the past few weeks, I've been Medina's biggest fan.
Love him.
Now he's went down. We don't know what his health is going to be like after this week, but seeing Irby tonight with a full understanding of the offense, you have to give him a realistic opportunity of carrying us through the second half of the year if he can stretch the field, because that's going to make our offense that much more dynamic, being that we've ran the football great. The offensive line has played well.
You just hit on what I was going to talk about,
yeah,
the line.
You know, the offensive line has played fantastic, but, you know, I'm a defensive guy, former defensive captain. To see players like Jalen Simpkins just take over a game like he did, because he just basically took over this game.
How about all the names we really didn't call a lot that are always still there? So
Yeah. We didn't say Mario Solario's name all night.
I didn't hear you sing tonight.
You know, but overall, great package.
Our inaugural Red Shield Award tonight will go out to the player that we believe stood above all else. And we just talked about a lot of really notable guys down there that could have won the Red Shield Award tonight. Kenny makes his choice, I make my choice, and we ultimately talk it out and agree on the air. Your first nominee for our inaugural Red Shield Award is?
Got to go with Jacob Irby. You know, watching him come into a game last week where you're thrown into the wolves basically after Medina goes down, you have a nightmarish fourth quarter where you throw an interception and you fumble to lose the game. For him to come back out, he could have just tanked it in and never played another down of football after a week like that last week. But he came back, played with some pride, understood the concept of the offense, threw the ball downfield for the first time in this offense all season. Jacob Irby for me.
I look at that defense and all the plays that were made tonight. It'll be all over the news. It's going to be in print. It's going to be about that defense that just continued to capitalize on all of these mistakes. It's one thing to get interceptions. It's another running back. It's one thing to pick up a fumble. It's another one to run it back. It's one thing to say you've got a good defense, and it's another to prove it. But having said all of that, I will concur, and our inaugural Red Shield Award will go to this young quarterback who gets off a plane less than 2 weeks ago and all of a sudden has this crowd buzzing, dropping dimes in tough spots and long corner shots, and then, coming through with big touchdowns when they need them. Jacob Irby, the inaugural Red Shield Award winner. Well, I know you, you know me. We're going to see each other in the next 13 days. It's not like I'm not going to see you, but to our crew, you ask for many blessings in life, you get them. 2 weeks of no Vance and no Kenny. Well, I can't say that about Kenny. Sorry, you're still going to see Kenny. But, hey, Coop, nobody asked you. By the way, our spotter who was around maybe 5 minutes tonight, Coop, love you. Christian, Luis, Diana, Chris, great to have everybody here. Eric, hope you had a good game. Didn't talk about you a lot because you weren't in our optics, but I know you were working hard for us. Eric, thank you. On behalf of our athletic director, Sandy Taylor, Brandon, the Fury Uri, our SID, everybody at the radio station, News Talk 1180, KERN, of course, John Metis. We appreciate that. And our statisticians, hey, hope you had a great time tonight. We hope you have a great couple of weeks. We'll see you and be talking to you in 2 weeks. Where at the coast, Ventura, the black and orange, will be waiting for the red and white Renegades. Have a wonderful weekend. Renegades win 41-7.
Renegades.